You're listening to the best Radio VPS.
This is the Crypt with my main man Bongwould, and it's time to fucking bring the pain.
This is Chris from Infernal Majesty, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt.
This is Tim. Chris. This is Mike. You're listening to the Crypt with Eyes of the Living on Metal-O-Mania.
Come out wherever you are.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
They're here.
It's all true. The boogeyman is real, and you found him.
I want to play a game.
You sick fucks. You've seen one too many movies.
Kill her. Don't let her get away, Mommy. Don't let her live. I won't, Jason. I won't. Get away from her, you bitch.
They will say that I have shed innocent blood. What's blood for, if not for shedding?
Here's Johnny.
The place is evil. Sometimes that is better.
We'll tear your soul apart.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Okay. Show me.
It's fucking hot in here.
That's the best we can do. It's too hot.
Man, it is warm in here tonight.
Man, I feel like I'm burning in fucking flames and shit.
At least the music's good. This must be hell.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, I tell you what, man, we were burning the place down to that motherfucking song, dude. Fucking Psychotic Evolution to start off our special Friday the 13th episode of Metal-O-Mania. Right on. Thanks for joining us, you guys. Thanks for everybody out there. Thank you for being here, Mr. Bongwood.
I am glad to be here. You have no idea.
And, dude, what, did you bring the flames, man?
I did.
It is really hot in here.
It's hot as...
Really hot.
Yeah.
Really, really hot. For Friday the 13th, we, of course, have some great things in store for you guys tonight for the show. We are going to be interviewing motherfucking Built for Battle. Badasses right out of New York, man. Straight awesome dudes, man. Awesome dudes, awesome band.
And what's the name of the track?
We're going to play 13 for our Friday the 13th episode.
Heavier than elephant tits.
That's right, brother.
That track is the shit.
Brother. Yes,
I love that band, dude. I was sitting there editing the clips, man, at New York hardcore at its finest, man, in 2017.
Fucking right, brother.
Thank goodness, man. Keep doing what you guys are doing. You
big
guys are
fans.
Fucking awesome, man.
And not only an awesome band, but awesome dudes, man. Really, truly. Had a really great time talking to them guys, man. Yep. Laughed our asses off. Mostly the interview is cut out pieces of laughter because, we laughed for fucking an hour and a half on the phone. Great fucking dudes, great. Go get Killing the Dream and support those guys. Go over to their Facebook page and give them some love. Tell them that 2 floating heads and some flames sent you. And check them out. Right? We gotta get a dance down going with our fucking heads at some point tonight, man. There you go. Fuck yeah. But welcome again to our special Friday the 13th episode. We are also going to be unveiling our very first ever Finger of Doom with Kenny Finger. Looking forward to that, man. Kenny's an awesome dude, man. I've really had the opportunity to get to know my friend over the last several weeks, man, as we have come upon this evening, and it feels very appropriate to unveil that on a Friday the 13th episode, doesn't it?
Hey, man, I've fallen in love with a lot of Doom stuff this year, big time. And I'm looking forward to hearing what he's going to bring to the table, man.
He's going to bring good stuff, man.
I'm thrilled.
Bring your fork and your spoon because he's got good stuff for the table, Mabel. You dig it?
Spoon and Doom.
And I'll tell you what, man, he's got a great selection for us tonight. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. You keep hanging out, and we'll let Kenny tell you here in just a little bit. But also tonight, we are going to, of course, Friday the 13th episode. What else would you do if not talk about horror movies, right?
Oh, man, of course.
Horror movies. In fact, as a little bit of our homework tonight, we brought a list. We went to, you know what? I went through a lot of lists this week on who says what about the, I went to Fangoria first. You're my age, I'm sure. Guys our age, Fangoria's the go-to for horror.
That's how I got through middle school. Those magazines, Fangoria magazine. Yeah,
Fangoria and fucking Playboy. You're right. I said Fangoria, but it was Fangoria, right? Fangoria and Playboy, right? You got your blood in one and your, other kinds of fluids in the other. Right?
We are in hell.
Yeah, right. Every statement I make tonight will reinforce our reason for being here. But good stuff. We're going to talk horror movies. But I went through a lot of the websites, and I found a lot of them have kind of shitty lists, in my opinion, on what are the best horror movies ever. So I ended up going with the Horror Freak News. I thought their list was most representative.
It's a great list.
Of what it is a great list. Yeah. Now I will tell you, Suspiria at 18 is ridiculous. If House of Suspiria is not a top 5 movie, absolutely insanity to me. Most beautiful horror movie ever made, man. Dario Argento at his best. So anyway, but stick with us tonight, man. As you can tell, we're in here. We got our sunglasses on for a reason because
we'll get a couple. Scully, can we get some ice waters?
Yeah,
we get some ice waters over here.
I told you before you got here, you can't even get ice water in hell.
Dang.
But
Curfew's right at home now.
Let's fucking do our first segment here, man. Let's talk first. I want to go through 10 through 91 real quickly on some of the horror movies, man, because horror's where it's at. Are you a big horror movie freak like me? I am a huge horror movie freakazoid, man. I probably watch 5 or 6 a week. For me, it's comfort food. Horror movies are comfort food.
I'll be quite honest with you. Yes, I am a horror fan, but recently in the past 10 or 15 years, I haven't come across some quality horror films on the left. No. Hold on. I didn't look for it.
Okay.
But come to find out, honestly, there was a trend, and I got turned off when things started becoming just gore. and just torture and just that.
Well, there's a place for that.
Oh,
but
there
it
is a
can't
place
be the
for that.
entirety of the scene.
I ended
agree.
up kind of falling off from that. But to be quite honest with you, like we were talking about Evil Dead earlier, now that's my realm.
Yeah, man. Ash. Yeah. Ash is one of the greatest movie characters of all time, brother.
For sure, I agree.
Bruce Campbell is iconic in my world as far as I'm concerned.
Amazing stuff.
Amazing stuff, man.
Yep.
But I've been thinking a lot about horror movies this week, and the reason that a lot of people are drawn to them, such as we are, horror, heavy metal and horror go hand in hand. Also,
of course, sure.
But I think there's something to it, especially when you get to be our age. You start to reminisce. At this point, the monsters of your movies of children. When you're a child, they seem comforting somewhat.
Because. Maybe it's because we can look back at them as adults and say to ourselves, wow, that used to keep me up at night, but now I look at it and I realize that it was just this.
Right.
It was
an
really
abstract, non-real
It was just your mind playing the ultimate game.
I think a lot of it ties into as you become an adult, man, you realize that the monsters are fucking real.
Yes, they are.
Their name is, addiction in the family. Their name is... cancer. Their name is fucking bills that don't get paid. You know what I mean? The monsters are real as an adult. I long for the days where I was like, scare me with a clown, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I think there's something to that as well. But
sure.
Yeah, just 4 cents if you add up mine and his. Mine's
Let me ask you this:
his is 1.5.
Would you prefer Hitchcock or Wes Craven?
Oh man! Oh god damn it! Why would you do that to me?
I'm just saying
that's
because
awful.
That
hard.
is
They're
where
so there for different reasons.
That's my
me.
fence. Yeah.
I would probably lean Wes Craven honestly because he's more Generation X, which his appeal, was towards Generation Xers.
Sure.
Whereas Alfred Hitchcock was a generation prior, but both are just outstanding. Top shelf, top notch. As a horror fan, you got the Holy Grail. You got of course Stephen King is in there. Everything Edgar Allan Poe put out.
Absolutely.
Especially from this area. I think Poe is very,
the Raven, and the
right,
Pendulum.
Right,
Yeah,
Pit and the Pendulum, the Telltale Heart, all that stuff is fantastic.
Great stuff.
And then, you got your Wes Craven, you got for me, Clive Barker's on that list. You got George Romero.
Original Frankenstein.
Awesome.
Who did Original Frankenstein?
And there's some great directors on the list for some of the movies that we've got on our list tonight too.
It's a big list.
You know what? We're gonna skip over even the top 10 because other than the two, we're gonna mention two of them. Candyman comes into the list at 93. Man, remember Candyman?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's like.
Oh, really? I really like Candyman. You know what? I thought Candyman was very dark. Very, very dark. Virginia Madsen, also who I loved. So I had a thing for her for sure. And it's very dark, though. If you watch that movie today, it's still chilling. It's still very, wow, this is fucked up shit right here,
1992.
92, bro.
Wow.
I know, man. And Eli Roth, man. Eli Roth did Hostel in 2005. That makes the list at number 91. Those are very pure, what Layla would refer to as just straight, massive, sadism. Sadism in flicks
that's
is
when
the best way to put it.
I couldn't get into that.
That's least, my least favorite.
I don't want to sit there and watch you getting ripped open.
I mean, Eli Roth is awesome though, man.
Unless there's good stuff. I don't know. No, but it was good.
Though.
Yeah,
it was great movie.
But I saw it once and I was just like, okay, that was enough for me.
Oh yeah, actually, and you know what?
Just me.
97 on the list is The Mist, the Stephen King adaptation of the movie with what was his goddamn name? The dude that was in Hung on HBO. I forget.
I don't
remember his name. Something Jane. Jane's in his name. But the end of that movie though, the end of The Mist movie, brutal.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but man, if anybody out there has not seen The Mist and you're on the fence for it, for me, it's worth it for the fucking unbelievable ending. Awful, fucked up, brutal.
It was
ending.
remade. Amazon, I think, just did it like a year or two ago. But it was called The Fog.
The Fog.
But it's kind of a pull off of The Mist or something.
Well, The Fog, no. The Fog is an original, as a remake of a 1976 movie, I want to say.
I remember that movie.
The Fog, which was big when you and I were kids.
That was right when the original Halloween
They
came
redid
out.
The Fog, actually, with, just a couple years ago with that girl that was
Is that what I'm thinking? I'm mixing it up. Yeah, dude. That's what it is.
Yeah, The Mist is the one with, God damn it, I believe I can't think of it. See, we shouldn't have been partying so much before we got ready for the show tonight.
Well, there's this
My
movie,
brain is
right?
mush and I'm trying to think. But good movies. Those are pretty good movies on the top 10 there. There's a couple other, there's some old school ones. I'm a big old school movie guy. Do you like the old Nosferatu and
Oh, that
original
like that
werewolf
old?
and the mummies and 1932 fucking Frankenstein. And
I'll be
shit.
quite honest with you, man. As a young kid, the stuff that I could handle was watching the Abbott and Costello monster stuff.
Meets Frankenstein.
I love that stuff, man.
Good stuff, man. Do you remember Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Opera? Remember that movie?
Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah,
I remember
dude.
Kiss.
Yeah,
was it Kiss and Bigfoot or some shit?
Paul Stanley was the star child and all that. You know, it was real life. They acted in it, man. Well, if you can call it acting. I'll tell you what, some of these movies, and we'll point that out as we go through the show tonight, but some of these movies stand the test of time very well, especially some old ones, whereas some do not. And I'm going to tell you, if you watch Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Opera tomorrow, it'll be hard to take seriously, man. It's a laughable project. But again, we're here to bring in the Witching Hour with you guys tonight on our special Friday the 13th episode. We got a lot in store for you tonight, and that includes some more fucking jams. So what do you say we cue something up here, man? What do you think?
Let's see. What do we got here?
Dude, I'll tell you what we got here, man. Something you're going to be excited about. You are going to blow goo in these burning flames during this next song, man, because I'm going to tell you right now. Killer. Look, I can do one. I know, look, just one fucking metal hand. I know, we're having too much fun playing with this shit. But, man, Spill Your Guts is up next, dude. Spill Your Guts. Brand new fucking album called Hungry Crows.
Cool.
Holy fucking shit is all I'm going to tell you about this. Check these motherfuckers out right now, man. Let's play Get Impaled for our Friday the 13th episode. Keep hanging out with us all night, you guys. A couple of dumb floating heads. don't know, but you can see me now. Goddamn, now we just look like a couple of dipshits in a suit. God damn it, engineers back there, you fuck nugget fuckers. Well, still, you know. Special Metal-O-Mania Friday the 13th, bringing it to you live, bitches. This is what happens when you go live. But how about that Spill Your Guts, man?
That song's awesome as shit.
Fucking Get Impaled.
Yep, there we
Killer.
go. Cool,
Look.
we're good.
Oh, look.
Nuclear.
A couple of floating fucking heads.
Yeah, that song was killer, man. That was good stuff.
Yeah, it really was, man. Those dudes
So on
killed.
the moving right along.
I got the world at my feet. Okay,
We're doing
let's
90
go 90 through,
to 75.
Starting with 90, man, Scream. Were you a Scream fan? Did you dig the Scream
Yes, very much
franchise,
so.
or?
Yes, I thought that was really cool, man. That was a good film.
I dug how, they had the unique angle that they were like a horror movie making fun of all the stereotypes of horror movies and shit.
Too.
It was cool. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, and not to mention, there was some talent there. You got Drew Barrymore making an appearance. You had Nev Campbell. You had Courtney Cox. You had fucking who were some of the other girls with the big breasts that was in some of those movies?
Remember Dewey or
Dewey. Courtney Cox's husband, the Arquette dude, David Arquette
guy.
David Arquette.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just mentioning all the women. Wasn't Rose McGowan in one of them? And
yeah,
that was one of the first times I think anybody really saw Rose McGowan, even when she was the blonde-haired with the, smacking the lipstick and looking really good, looking really, really good.
Don't talk like that about her.
I love her. I love her.
Get mad.
Well, like I said every week, all my favorite movies have Winona Ryder in them. So.
Oh yeah, of course.
I just watched Lost Souls this week, man. Of course, it's October and it's Friday the 13th and it's Halloween month, and we're doing this show, so I've been watching the fuck out of some good old horror movies recently.
You talking Winona Ryder? Heathers. There's a fucked up movie
great
for
movie.
you. That movie's
awesome.
awesome.
Great movie.
Yes, it was.
But Lost Souls, man. Have you ever seen that one about the Antichrist with the Winona Ryder on it? And fucking really good one. I suggest it. Came out in 2000. Good movie.
Oh wow, cool.
But you got the original Frankenstein on this section of the list.
Oh, the classic.
Awesome. Yeah, man.
Mary Shelley. Wasn't that the
Mary
writer?
Shelley's Frankenstein. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir. And it's funny to think now, but in the 30s, that movie came out in 1931. And the scene where, in my opinion, one of the more beautiful monster original scenes of any movie ever, where he's trying to interact with a little girl by the water. And, clearly he's not getting it. You know what I mean? He doesn't hate her. He doesn't want to kill her or nothing, but it's just brute strength. And he throws her in the water because he's frustrated. And, that was a horrific scene for that era, especially.
Sure. Yeah.
It stands the test of time today. I mean, that's an awful scene where you get the kind of disconnect between what he is and life and, Great stuff, man. If you haven't seen the original Frankenstein, I'm telling you, you're doing yourself dirty.
It's classic.
Horror of Dracula, 1958, directed by Terrence Fisher. Classic. Yeah, man. Good stuff. All those, man. The original Mummy, 1932.
Yep.
A lot of those make their appearance on this list.
Fuck, number 86. Holy
86.
shit, dude.
Audition. Yes.
All right,
Go ahead.
all y'all watching right now,
Japanese.
if you haven't seen this movie and you want your life twisted,
if you haven't seen this movie, what are you doing with yourself?
It's called Audition.
It is amazing.
It is going to change your life. It's scary as fuck.
Scary. It's twisted. It's dark. It's awful.
So I'll give you the gist just to kind of wet your whistle real quick while we're rolling through. I'm glad you have this on here. I've forgotten about this
amazing movie.
So there's this dude, right? His wife. He's got a young boy. There's this guy. He's got a young boy, and his wife dies. So he's alone, and it's been years, and his young son's growing up, and finally, look, Dad, you need to get back out there. You need to be happy. I want you to find somebody and be happy again. So the dad, he starts picking up the nerve, and he's got a friend who works at a model agency.
Yes, that's correct.
Works at a model agency and says, hey, look, why don't you just come in and sit with me, and you can just, see what we do and just kind of look, and if you see someone you're interested in, approach her and just take it from there. So the guy goes, all right, finally gets a nerve, and he goes.
Yeah.
And he starts meeting all these 30 women one day, 30 women the other day, and then finally he meets this one girl, and they strike up a friendship. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh. And from there, great, dude, absolute must-watch movie, right?
The end of that movie, dude, with the...
If you're a... No, don't you dare.
You remember what I'm talking about?
Yes, don't you dare.
With that part?
Dude, don't you dare. Yeah, you have to watch the movie. Don't you do it.
There's a part in that movie,
gotta do it.
You won't sleep for a week.
Yeah, man, great stuff.
Really good.
Great stuff.
Yeah,
and that is a... that's Takashi Mike, I guess is Mike. I don't know how you pronounce it, but he's done some movies over there, man, that are... groundbreaking stuff.
Wow, good shit.
But also on this list, man, I don't know that if it's got a bunch of comedy, does it still qualify as a horror?
Oh, sure, of course.
Because number 84 is yeah, you're right. You're right. Great example. Great retort, my friend.
Sorry.
You're right. Argument dead.
I didn't mean to yell.
But number 84 on the list is honestly one of my favorite movies ever.
Oh, yeah.
The Lost Boys, man.
Yeah.
The Lost Boys
Lost
is
Boys.
a fucking amazing movie, man. I love
Sorry to
every
get
bit of
boogers in hell. Sorry.
But
Sorry.
But all-star cast, man. For the time, the soundtrack was pretty amazing.
Soundtrack was great.
The remake of the fucking People's
It was well made.
was,
Yeah, great movie.
Jamie Gertz. Man, I still love her.
Yeah, she's pretty lady.
Pretty lady. Pretty lady.
Oh,
Kiefer Sutherland at his best. The two Corys.
Yeah, Jack Bauer. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Jack Bauer as a vampire. As a young vampire.
Yeah, that started. That was way before the whole Twilight.
Oh man, that was
stuff.
when vampires were cool. Twilight can blow me. I don't think Twilight's on this list. And
I've never
should
seen
not
it.
be.
Never seen it.
They suck. Although Kristen Stewart, I don't give a fuck what everybody says. They Jones on her. They say she's expressionless. She's fucking cute as shit as far as I'm concerned. So
Who?
Kristen Stewart.
Oh,
The
yeah,
Twilight
yeah,
girl.
whatever. Yeah, rock on.
Twilight girl.
Rock on, girl.
Yeah, man. I don't give a fuck if she can act.
Yeah, fuck her.
But
no, I'm joking.
Wow,
I'm joking.
Jeez
That was a joke. I love you.
All right, what about REC Record?
Never seen your films,
that?
though.
Have you seen REC?
Who?
REC. It's like the abbreviation for record.
About the VHS tape thing?
Yeah, well, it's an offshoot from the VHS. Remember, there was a VHS.
I remember
right?
that.
Great.
Yes.
Those are great fucking. I don't give a fuck. Those are great movies. Short story horror movies. Do it for me, man. I love those.
Mm-hmm.
And the VHS, I believe there's 3 VHS movies with all short stories, and then REC is an offshoot from one of the short stories in VHS.
Gotcha.
Great stuff.
Haven't seen it.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Huh.
Succubus related stories.
Oh, okay.
And then
Succubus.
81, dude, is a classic. I don't give a fuck. Child's Play, man. The original introduction of Chucky.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, 1981, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, that didn't scare me.
Holy shit.
Sorry. Sorry.
See, you
Chucky.
were 10, man. That didn't scare you any at 10?
No.
That scared me a little at 10, I think.
No. Gremlins didn't scare me.
Well,
no.
Gremlins, no, that wasn't scary, but
no.
I don't know.
Jaws scared the fuck out of me.
Oh, Jaws. Well,
Jaws.
No, you're jumping the gun. We're not there yet.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
We're
let me
not
shut
there
up because I'm sure that's way up the list.
Oh, yeah. But Child's Play,
Stay
Chucky,
tuned.
iconic, though. Whether it scared you, it was definitely iconic.
It's totally
at this
iconic,
point, man.
yeah. I mean,
Universally known when you see. In fact, there's a brand new Chucky movie, Curse of Chucky, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, 2017 release.
Another
Brand new.
Curse of Chucky.
I think it's through Netflix, even if I'm not mistaken.
That's hilarious.
I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
Is Jean-Claude
I'll
Van
get
Damme
around
in
to
it? Just curious.
Suzanne Summers. No, probably Tara Reid or something. But anyway.
Oh, nice.
But some of those movies were cool, and I always liked Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, man, she's cool as shit.
She
dude. Poker Madam.
God, I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
Don't you do it? Don't you dare shit on her. I love her.
You know what it was?
Her
though?
shrieking voice was awesome.
No,
she was awesome.
That was the
come
most
on, man.
unawesome part.
No way, dude. She was all about awesome. Nobody made fun of her more than she made fun of herself.
Dude, yes, sir.
Self-deprecating. And right,
yes.
King Dave. Weigh in for me
Dave,
here, sir.
Thank you, but
the
yeah.
bajongas don't hurt, man. She
No.
was stacked and wrecked. And a beautiful, and also an amazing poker player.
Amazing poker player.
Amazing poker player. We're like world-class poker players, seriously.
I have nothing bad to say about her, but her fucking voice.
Oh man, you can't hear her voice when she's. Never mind. But The Fog, which we just were talking about a minute ago, which you were confusing with The Mist of Sir.
That was
1980 release.
Shocker.
Directed by John Carpenter. Right there you go, John Carpenter. Great. And we are not to some of his best work yet. That does make an appearance on this list. But there's some great John Carpenter films out there. And we'll go from there. But let's play a jam. And we'll move on to some of the list as well.
We got here. Let's see.
But if you guys want to call in and talk about some of your favorite movies, we'd love to hear about you. We are going to put Scully on the social media aspect here. If you're watching live, you can talk to Scully, tell her about your favorite movies, and we will talk about them right here on the air.
We still haven't gotten our ice waters yet.
I know, no ice water in hell,
The service in hell is terrible.
Awesome. Yeah, I know, man. I'll tell you what. Fucking demons blow me. But let's play a fucking jam, shall we? Oh, you know what, man? Up next is African Corpse, dude.
Nice.
These dudes are fucking amazing. They got a brand new album called Conclusion 17. We are going to hear Nameless Dead off of it right now, and you can fucking thank us later. Friday the 13th, bitches, Metal-O-Mania. Hang with us.
left behind.
Everything around me all becomes a blur as I continue to lie waiting for death to occur.
My eyes are too close, that doesn't change.
I decay in and I can take my death to my face. I am the nameless statue of fucking mind. I am the nameless statue, millions are left behind. I am the nameless statue of fucking mind. I am the nameless statue, millions are left behind. I am on the southern beast, take this weight off my shoulders. The weight that it once felt, like 10,000 large boulders. Every soul has passed away and no longer is gone. My body in the dirt, recognized by none. I am the nameless statue of fucking mind. I am the nameless statue, millions are left behind. I am the nameless statue of fucking mind. I am the nameless statue, millions are left behind. They left behind.
This is the nameless statue, and we all don't fucking mind.
Oh yeah, fucking African Corpse, man.
Man, that's some good
Dude,
drumming.
I'm gonna tell you
That's
right
some
now.
damn good drumming.
That's some drumming from hell, dude. They kill, man. That fucking album is Conclusion 17, man. Go over to their Facebook page. Tell them that you heard about them on Friday the 13th and that you love them and that you want to touch them and that you want to squeeze them and that you want to cut them and that you want to see them in a horror movie and you want to cut their heads off. And,
Put them in the
no,
fridge.
don't tell them all that shit. Just tell them you like them. But I believe we're going to be talking to our good friend Kenny coming up, man. And I got to tell you, I'm excited about this, brother.
Doomage.
We do get some. I definitely love the doom metal stuff, man. You know, of course, I would consider Sabbath one of the ultimate doom metal bands of all time, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, doom is an offshoot of that fucking downtoned thing that they pioneered to a certain extent, I would say. But I do get flack from time to time for our listeners that I don't play enough doom metal on the show, and rightfully so. Honestly, I do tend to choose the thrashier, crossover-y type stuff and a lot of death. I do somewhat get tunnel vision for that kind of shit, and I'm guilty of it. And I appreciate the responses, except for the ones that include "fuck you." I'm not sure why that's necessary and all, but you know, hey, I'm listening.
Oh,
but,
really? They get like that?
No. Honestly,
Yeah, I don't think they do like that.
Not too often.
Yeah, I love me a good stoner, stoner doom
Right.
Sunday morning,
Right.
but it's not something I'm a 7-day-a-week listener of.
Right, me either.
But I would
Right.
love to learn more bands, of course.
Right. You know,
so I'm
I
lucky
know
to-
a few, like Night Stalker's a big one for me, man. I
I'm
was a big
sure.
fan of Trouble back in the day.
Oh, of course, sure. Dude.
Would you
yeah.
say Caius? Would you consider
Oh,
Caius?
of course.
They're one of my favorite bands ever.
Fucking
So,
yes. Yes.
You know, and of course, a lot of those dudes
Well-
went on for Fu Manchu, who I do like a lot.
Correct, yeah,
And,
Hermana and fucking
Right,
yeah.
right,
Now,
right.
but the thing is with with Caius is they were considered the stoner,
End
like
of the
the
spectrum.
desert stoner jam
Right,
stuff like that. But they
right.
really were, man.
Oh,
they
amazing.
fucking
Yeah, they
jammed.
did it, man. I'm huge. Well, you remember. You're
Blues
probably
for the
one of the
Red
few
Sun.
people who remember our first 12 or 13 episodes of Metal-O-Mania.
Right.
We closed with Caius every week. We played a Caius song to close our show every single
Absolutely,
week.
1 Inch Man.
That's
my shit, dude.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yep,
Awesome.
fucking
awesome.
Yeah, love Caius.
Awesome stuff.
Love
And the
Caius,
sword.
love
I
Caius,
love the
Caius.
sword. Big fan of
Oh,
them,
the
man.
sword.
You know,
Yes,
great,
yes,
great
yes,
stuff.
yes.
So it's not that I'm anti-doom, obviously. Well, let's get to the point of it, I guess, is to make amends for my shortcomings.
Right, we got something coming.
We got something coming for you, right?
Yep,
we reached out and addressed a need, and we did it in fantastic fashion, I got to say, because I have come to know my friend here, Kenny Fingers. Kenny Finger, I'm sorry. I keep
He's
wanting
got
to throw,
Doom all over his finger.
I keep wanting to throw an S on the back of his name because, you know, I keep wanting to turn his name into a verb because it's what I do. No, but
Kenny's finger?
Kenny's fingers. But no, great dude, man. Great dude. Very insightful, very knowledgeable on the subject of doom, metal, and many, many other things, actually.
Looking forward to it.
And including fingering, which is nice.
Educate me on fingering my doom.
Never hurts to get a refresher course on fingering if you want to keep a wife, a lady friend, you know.
Scully liked that. She chuckled.
Yeah, she likes it. She knows where her bread is buttered, as it were. But
got some doom for you.
Got some doom to put up in you. All
right, man.
And yeah, I sang that jazzy.
Oh, hey, look who we got here.
Look, is that the one, the only Mr. Finger? Are you there, sir?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up? What's up?
All right, man. Hey, we're having a little problem with the cell phones, but I think we're on. So
I do hear you. I hear you, and I hear you quite well, man. Are you? We're happy to have you too, sir.
Yeah, thanks, guys. This is great. I love all the movies you guys are going through and everything.
Oh man,
yeah, we're just getting warmed up, getting going. Yeah.
Bongwood. See, you don't realize it, but we have a thing over us so that we're hidden in the green screen, and that has been Bongwood's excuse to try to fill me up through the whole show so far tonight.
I've had my hands cupped on his nuts since 8:15.
8:15
or 10:15.
8:15.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a personal problem to me.
Oh no. He's totally fine with it. It's a Friday night.
Friday night, man. You know,
keeping his nuts warm.
But yeah, you know, we should properly introduce my man Kenny. This is by the way, this is the first of what will be many, man. We're gonna get Kenny on here all the time. He's
welcome aboard, Kenny, man. This is great, dude.
Welcome to the family, sir.
Educate us.
Thank you. Yeah, hell yeah, excited.
And let's go, Paul Schaefer over there. Do we got a Finger of Doom clip, my friend? Where you at over there? Talk to me, Mr.
Yeah,
Rad.
man.
Oh.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was trying to get my engineer to play our damn intro, but we're all off kilter in here tonight, but we're getting there.
Oh, we have an intro?
We have an intro. Here we go. No, I don't hear it.
All right, we're going to do that in a minute, though, yeah.
We're working out the bugs
we
in
just
our
have to
first ever
reshuffle
Kenny's
it.
Finger of Doom.
Are we going to do it?
Oh, well, all right, fuck it. Anyway, we'll come back to that. So, Kenny, talk to me about your first choice for our first ever Finger of Doom, sir. What do you got for us tonight?
Oh, man, I got a good one. I'm excited about it. But first, I want to go back and you guys mentioned the movie Audition. You were talking about
Yes.
That movie is crazy.
Yes, sir, Bob.
Movie.
Yes.
And the stuff at the end that you guys were trying to not talk about.
Correct.
I tell you, watching that, it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts
to watch that movie.
Yeah.
It does.
It physically hurts.
It physically hurt
to
see that film. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, and I wanted to mention another one as well. You were talking about The Lost Boys, which of course it's a great movie, you know, and everything. But another one came out that same year, and The Lost Boys kind of, you know, overshadowed it and kind of took its steam away and everything. But it was a cool vampire flick called Near Dark. Have you ever heard of that one?
Near Dark.
Near Dark. Yeah.
I'm
gonna Google that.
I'm a fucking movie freakazoid, and I don't think I know that one. Tell me more. Tell me more.
It's really cool. What's the guy's name? Paxton. Is it?
Bill Paxton?
Oh wow.
Yeah, Bill Paxton. He's in it. There's
he just
some other
passed away
recognizable
recently.
people in it and everything. And it's just a really cool, you know, vampire flick. You know, same year as Lost Boys, and you know, really cool. So I recommend that one as well.
Near Dark. Got it.
Oh yeah,
cool.
I have seen that movie.
Yeah, and then I wanted to ask you guys, hey, you know, have you heard that there's a John Carpenter has apparently agreed, or no, definitely, I was reading it today and everything. They're doing a reboot of Halloween.
Whoa, again.
The Michael Myers original Jamie Curtis Halloween?
Yeah, and apparently, so Carpenter is on board. He's like executive producer, and
wow.
And what I couldn't tell from my reading was whether it was a sequel like 40 years later or whether it was a reimagining of the original. Because somebody was telling me that this was supposed to be where that Carpenter was apparently kind of never happy with the fact that he made Laurie Strode the sister, right? Like he kind of regretted that.
Right.
And so that this version doesn't do that. And of course, I kind of think, well, that ship has sailed. I mean, I don't know if people are going to, you know, kind of be able to put that out of their minds and everything. But
a new generation,
anyway,
brother.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
A new generation, brother. Might be able to recapture that Halloween thing because it's iconic at this point. So,
do you think that since on the subject of, you could really apply this to any genre of film, but just in the horror film, do you think too many remakes waters it down? Because you see, not a lot, but like if somebody remade Creepshow, I wouldn't go see it. Why would I go see it? Because the original has such an awesome thing to it. I don't want to spoil that with.
I would see it if it was
of
brand new stories. You know what I mean?
They're like redoing the Poltergeist. I just felt that was just. You don't need to do that. Why? I don't get it.
See, it depends on the outcome, honestly. I thought Rob Zombie did an amazing job with the original Halloween, man. Going back and showing the early life of Michael Myers, I think he did it in a brutal way. It was very somber. It did the character justice, you know what I mean? And I thought that was a cool remake.
I love those remakes. I thought those were good. The zombie one.
Yeah, definitely. So hey, Kenny, what's your top favorite horror movie of all time, sir?
Well, see, we're talking about Rob Zombie now, and I tell you, I got to go with House of a Thousand Corpses. I just think that's a fun movie. I love it. I think it's fun and everything.
Captain
It's got a lot of
Spaulding,
great
brother.
stuff in it. But it's really unfair to talk about a favorite. I think back to some of the movies that scared me when I was a kid. Like I was up late watching The Exorcist at my grandma's house, and the heaters and just all the noises in the house and everything. That was scary. The original Halloween was scary, because I was a little kid.
Right.
Recently, there's been some cool ones. The Witch, I thought, was fantastic.
Oh, The Witch
is
amazing.
A lot of people hated it, but I loved it.
Oh, I loved it too, man. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I really love that. And apparently that director is doing a remake of Nosferatu.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I love those old ones too. In fact, I just got a batch of DVDs in the mail today. It's got The Mask of Red Death and Rosemary's Baby. And just all
Rosemary's
kinds of
Baby.
stuff.
Wow.
Great one.
The Omen. Remember The Omen?
Mask of Red Death, Vincent Price.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The Island of Dr. Moreau and all
the
of those.
Abominable Dr. Fives.
Fives. Oh, my God. When they put that dude in a vice and crushed him with a vice. Oh, my God.
Vincent Price, man.
That
Master.
shit was crazy, dude.
I can't believe I didn't see his name earlier when we were talking about the greats. Vincent Price.
Oh, I love Vincent Price. I got a huge collection of his. But,
and, of course,
let's talk about...
Has his place in metal lore, of course, with the fucking little voice part he does before Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast.
Motherfucker, he did Thriller.
He did that too. He did both of those actually, and he did Your Sister, but I wasn't supposed to tell you.
He did both my sisters, motherfucker. No, I'm joking.
But
I love you,
Kenny,
sis.
tell us about what you got selection wise here for us.
I heard you got
buddy.
some doom on your finger there, Kenny.
Yeah, man. So this is a great little group out of Toronto.
Awesome.
Called Blood Ceremony,
Awesome.
and they've got 4 albums out. All of the albums are great. This selection is called Oliver Haddo, and it's off the second album. And I think it's their heaviest album, and it's their most Sabbathy and everything. Yeah, and so real quickly, the story. Oliver Haddo is a fictional character from a novel that was released in 1908 called The Magician, and it's loosely based on kind of the idea of Aleister Crowley. So this is kind of a character based on Aleister Crowley. And he's a magician, and the story in the book is long and convoluted. It's not worth trying to explain, but has to do with, a lot of, stealing lovers and performing, magic and ritual and sacrifice and raising the dead and all kinds of great shit. So this song is called Oliver Haddo, and one of the great things about this Blood Ceremony band, they've got a female lead singer. She's got a great voice, but she also plays flute and organ. And
nice.
So you get this really creepy sound out of it, and they just got really great, kind of ominous, doomy, Sabbathy
cool.
riffs and that kind of stuff. So that's what I went with. I think it's really, really great for the horror theme, and I hope you guys love it.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
I absolutely do love it, man. And Kenny, we fucking love you, brother. Thanks for being a part of the Metal-O-Mania family, man. Let's do this thing. Let's keep on bringing the doom to these folks.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to hang up, but thanks a lot. I am looking forward to every week, so you guys, kill it.
Yes, sir. Bring the doom, brother. Let's
Welcome
do it right
aboard,
now,
brother.
man. Let's hand that off to Miss Scully there. And we want to fucking thank my man, Kenny Finger, man. Good dude, man. You're going to be getting to know that dude quite well, as I have recently, and I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to thank us later. You know what I mean? He's a good fucking dude. And on that note, let's play the fucking doom selection of the week for our Friday the 13th episode. Right now for you, Mr. Kenny, thank you, buddy, for that. Fucking Blood Ceremony. Oliver Haddo. Boom, boom, boom. Friday the 13th. Keep hanging with us. All night long, we're going to go past.
Doom points to you.
Seven moons have passed. Today we shall take them. I want when the supreme day comes that they are sufficiently prepared for the sacrifice.
The motherfucking Finger of Doom.
Dude, I love
Holy
that track.
Shit, right?
Holy
that
moly.
Is epic. Epic.
It brought me back. Okay, I know I'm comparing bands, and that's a bad. What? It took me to the early Opeth stuff, just because of the use of the organ just because of the use of the organ.
Right. The use of the organ is always
that
a good
is a
thing.
very tastefully written, very very complicated writing, and the drummer was solid. I loved every bit of that. The singing was great. Great guitar solo. Yeah, good shit.
Awesome.
Good shit.
So what do you think? Finger of Doom, man, hit right?
Hey, let's keep rocking with it, man.
You know, let us do that 3 or 4 weeks, and we'll have it smoother than a fucking butter, baby. You know what I mean? But
smoother than a butter.
Smoother than a butter. You know, and I'll say that sentence better next time too. But you know how we do. We learn things slowly around here. For instance, I told Scully during that song to give me a little head, and look what the fuck we got here.
And we have 2.
We got a shrunken head up in the goddamn corner of the screen there. What's up, Scully? How are you tonight, dear? Put that microphone in your face.
Yeah, you're
I'm
live.
Great, thank you.
You're live.
Thank you.
Give him the 411.
Appreciate that. Thanks.
How you been?
I'm good, thank you. How's it going?
It's going. We're doing the horror
Friday
movie
the
thing.
13th.
Yeah, we're scared.
Friday the 13th. Yeah, we're scared of you. You know, people behind the scenes and that are out there watching probably don't realize that the biggest horror in Radio VPS might be Scully. She runs around here. Yep. She runs around here with fire and brimstone in this bitch. But
Scully.
Wow. But you sound like early pig vomit. No. But are you talking live to people tonight? Are you interacting with the fuck nuggets?
Yeah, a little bit. I've been very busy in the
We
studio.
know. Tonight, you've been yelling at us all night.
What's the internet saying?
Well, yeah. What's the internet? What are the interwebs saying tonight about our show?
Well, we got Hasnita with
us. Hasnita, we love you, sweetheart.
That's all that
Malaysia.
matters.
Yeah, that's all we need. You know,
Cletus is there too. Hi,
Cletus.
Cletus.
Oh, Cletus. We love Cletus, man.
Yeah,
we
we
won't reveal his secret identity, but we love Cletus.
We love Cletus.
That's my dude.
Yes,
Yep.
we do.
Hey, speaking of Cletus, you hit me up with a message earlier this week, and I did not reply to you. I suck, but we will talk soon. Sorry, brother.
Well, his response is that he sucks.
So let's continue.
The answer is yes, is what he's saying.
Yes, I'll be hitting you up soon.
But
we have a couple people that are signed on as guests, so I'm not really sure their names. If you
Hi, guest.
Change your name.
Change your names, guest. Become real. Log in. It's real quick and simple, and we can know who you
Yeah,
are.
but type in a scary movie that you want us to talk about, and if we know it, yeah.
We got Flinger of Poo.
Oh, cool.
Finger
of Poo.
Awesome.
I love it.
I don't know if that's a play on our Finger of Doom.
I think it is.
Kind of seems like it may
Finger
be.
of Poo. I like it. I want to be in your movie.
Yeah, Doom and Poo, that can collaborate.
What's your favorite scary
And Topher.
movies?
We got Topher. Hi, Topher.
Topher Grace?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know. It doesn't have a
Yeah,
last
thanks
name,
for
so I
watching,
don't know
y'all.
that.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, you guys, tonight, man. Get on the live board and talk with us, man. Don't be shy. Get on there. We can see that there's a bunch of you watching, so get on there and talk. We'll talk to Scully. Scully will talk back to you. She'll get back in there. But I got to ask you before we move on, Scully, what's your scary movie? What's your favorite movie?
No. You're gonna...
yeah, I got to do it. What's your scary movie moment?
We were talking about it in the car on the way here, and I was thinking, as a child, you kind of go back to that thing that, kept you up at night.
So the Mandingo movie then. No, okay.
Jeez. I did not have a bad childhood like that. No, I was going to say probably the Candyman movies, actually. The idea of standing in front of the mirror. You didn't admit to believing in it, especially to your friends and stuff. Like, no, that's bullshit.
But
no
you
way.
would do it.
But I would not do it.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck no, I would not do it, And you would always, hanging out with the girlfriends, having a sleepover. You'd take turns going in the bathroom to do it, and you'd come out and, of course, lie that you did it. Nobody actually did it, It was fucking terrifying. But I did have a friend who had an older brother. He was like 4 or 5 years older than us, and he just liked to torture us. You know how older brothers do.
Right.
I'm sure you did.
It's their job.
Yeah. So while it was my turn, he thought it would be funny to turn the lights off and close the door and hold it closed on me, from the outside while I, was weak little 8-year-old girl or something,
Screaming fanatically?
Yes, just bloody murder. Please let me out. And I was sure that somebody was coming from behind me, out of the mirror or out of, whatever it is that they come out of.
Older, well, and you find out later what they come out of. But yeah, older brothers can be like that, though, right?
Yeah.
Older brothers are dicks. I had an older brother who I love dearly. Don't get me wrong.
You were that older brother.
Oh, I was an older brother to my sisters and made their life hell too. Yeah,
I'm right there with you.
I'm just as guilty
You
for
were
sure.
that guy.
But when me and my friends saw Exorcist, we were pretty young, and we used to sleep in the camper. We had one of them pop-up camper things out in the yard. And my brother would love to come get under the bed you'd be sleeping on and shake it around like the bed in The Exorcist, And you'd be freaking out. I'm possessed!
That's awesome.
I'm possessed by Satan.
Practical jokes.
I willingly let Satan in my soul. No, I'm just kidding. But some might say I am Satan, but who knows? But we're glad to have you with us tonight, Miss Scully. We appreciate all that you do. Couldn't do it without you.
Thank you.
Especially that whole sex thing. I can't seem to do that without you either, because she gets mad. What the fuck? But let's play a jam, and we'll come back, and we'll talk some more shit about some horror movies. We'll actually get into the horror movie thing. But again, thank you very much to our man, Kenny Finger. Badass song, badass fucking jam.
Yeah, I like that song a lot.
Good job, Kenny. That was
Killer
awesome.
fucking jam.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was smooth and awesome. Not so smooth and awesome on our end, guys. So we'll get better. We promise to get better.
First time's always a little shaky.
The first time,
you guys remember
how
what
it
it's
is.
like. Yeah.
We're going to add lube the next time we try
You got to
this.
ease it in, man. The first time it's sloppy. It's, there's something awesome about its sloppiness, though, isn't there?
We create some memories.
Something innocent. Lost innocence. Speaking of which, what are you doing later, honey? But all right, yeah. Actually, up next for you guys, man, we got a badass song for you again. Our whole playlist tonight is killer, man. We're gonna play some No Warning for you right now, man. Who also has a brand new album out called Torture Culture, which is fucking killer. And we're gonna listen to Hell Realm off of it right now for our Friday the 13th episode. Keep listening, and keep jamming all night long.
I love that song.
Me too, man.
And I'm going to get that album.
The album is fantastic, man. No Warning, you want to pick it up. Torture Culture. We listened to Hell Realm off of it.
I just did the likey like on the Facebooker.
It's fucking, that's a way longer song than it seemed like when we were listening to it, didn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
for
it
real.
seemed like a really, really, really long song.
Yeah.
You know?
Good shit, man.
Like
it's because they're awesome. Yeah, go give them guys some love, man, for real, dude. No Warning. Badass. So we talked a little bit about some of the munchies we like to do for our horror movie night, man. I think that's good shit. I think that's important information. Honestly, I really
did. I say Chipwich?
Oh, you've been taking shots at our man Dave. Poor Dave. Poor Dave has been. Our engineer Dave is in here being abused all night long tonight, man.
What's your favorite candy bar?
You know what? I like them Heath bars, man. I like that toffee. That fucking shit is good, man. I like them cold out the fridge.
Good call. I'll take a Score bar.
Oh, Score, yeah.
With
right
the
in
toffee,
that same alley. Yeah,
the milk chocolate.
Yeah. Score bars and Heath bars, yeah, man. I like that kind of shit.
Man.
I'm a Butterfinger guy.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Man.
Butterfinger, the big one, too.
The big Butterfinger.
Yeah, the king size John.
There's a reason Scully's with me, and it's for my buttery fingers.
Oh, Lord.
But, dude, way cool art. You know, our engineers might have crashed the system, but they came back with some really cool art for us, man.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, look
good
at
stuff.
Crypt.
Yeah.
I mean, Crypt.
Yeah, Kurt looks awesome. Look,
yeah.
Kurt is like buried awesome into the flames, man. That's really killer.
It's like Kurt's actually the one doing the fire. And you know what? No offense to anybody out there on the West Coast, man. I feel bad for all these people out there. I know they're probably looking at this picture right now thinking, God damn,
No,
man.
you know what? I purposely didn't pick any kind of realistic fire for that reason, honestly.
No, and I agree with you.
Anything that looked real, I wouldn't.
Now, what I do love,
fictional looking fire.
I love the little mini Scully head in the corner.
Yeah,
little Scully head.
They're not floating.
Look at your moving, floating head, honey.
Scully floating.
We're gonna talk to you about giving us me. Fuck you.
Way!
Jeez, I was feeling generous for a moment, I guess. Me, honey, me. Just
After
me.
midnight.
I'm selfish with a little bit of head.
We're going to let it all hang out.
We're going to let it all hang out.
We are, man.
Hey, I'm sharing a little bit of head with you guys from my woman tonight. So,
just
what do
a
you
little
think,
bit.
babe? Do we still got people hanging out with us on the live chatter, or oh shit, look at her, she's having fun with the.
Oh, now she found her thing.
Yeah, let her have fun with the playlights.
Oh my gosh.
Let's play a song.
Yeah, man, I want to hear this next one.
Let's play a song, man. We're gonna
I've never heard it before.
We're really awesome. Yeah, it's cool.
This is our interview.
Yeah.
It's no, the interview's not quite yet. We're coming up on that though. We're gonna play some Bloody Alchemy actually.
Oh,
next,
cool. This track's rolling. They got a brand new album also. It's called Kingdom of Hatred. We're gonna play Insanity Chaos off of it. You guys are gonna fucking love this shit right now, man. Go over and love them on Facebook. Let's do it. Fucking Bloody Alchemy, Insanity Chaos, Friday the 13th style, Metal-O-Mania.
We'll be right back. Chaos. Brutality.
Fuck, I just ran into the hallway and punched somebody right in the fucking head during that song, man.
Mario.
Holy shit balls.
That
fucking bloody.
I was about to
alchemy,
smash
dude.
this fucking studio again.
I could, man, right? Dude, fucking killer.
What a great track, man.
Great fucking track. Great fucking band, man. Truly fantastic. Kingdom of Hatred, brand new release from them guys, man.
Good shit.
You know, I don't remember where the fuck we went on. We're partying in the studio all night, you guys, man. We're going to be here until the early hours of the morning. And who gives a fuck, right? We're talking Friday the 13th. We're talking horror and we're talking metal.
Yeah, I look more
We're
serious
talking
up
metal.
with these glasses on.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I like the hat, man. Yeah, the fucking old school fucking hat, brother. I dig it.
I got this in Columbia.
Dig it.
This is my Columbia hat.
It's got that perfect crease across top, just like a big set of nuts just dragged over
Yep.
the front of it a couple times.
All
You
I'm
know,
missing is a
creased it up real
corncob
nice.
pipe.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
I got one in the car. I'll bring it up I'll bring it up on the next break, man.
Man, at the end of that song, man, that just got me pumped, dude. Pumped.
Yeah, brother.
Pumped up.
You know, who needs coffee when you got these motherfuckers,
Good
right?
Lord.
Let's move on to the next part of our list, man. We're going to go over number 53 through number 42. What do you think?
Oh, I got, hold on, let me get prepared. I was,
53.
I
There
was
is
on the
a
wrong
movie
page.
on
Sorry,
this
guys.
list that me and Layla Singer share as one of our favorite horror movies of all time.
Oh, well.
Number
yep.
52.
Okay. The one movie, yeah, that's the only movie that truly scared the shit out of me.
Event Horizon.
That's the only movie that legitimately scared the fuck out
Sam
of me.
Neill, Lawrence Fishburne.
I didn't sleep for 3 days. No bullshit. First time in my
The
time
one
in my
on the
life.
ship that's like a spaceship. They find the ship that has gone out further than any interplanetary thing has ever been, and it's coming back from there.
Yeah, they get to the
And
edge of
it's,
the universe,
right,
basically.
Right.
But what happens
It's
at the end?
basically hell,
The
right?
last
I mean-
20 minutes, Sam Harris,
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. Yep.
Good God Almighty, man! The shit that guy goes through at the end of it, and Samuel Jackson's in that too. isn't he?
No,
Or am I
Lawrence
wrong?
Fishburne. Lawrence
Yeah,
Fishburne.
Fishburne. Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez, I
Awesome
don't even
role
know how
for
to
Fishburne.
describe it to you because it's just so it's
levels
twisted.
and layers of twisted terror. Yeah, I'm gonna make you watch it again. We're gonna watch it again.
It makes sense, and you
It's a
don't
perfect
want
excuse.
it to. You don't want it to make sense.
Well, see,
but it
you know,
does.
Scully's favorite horror movie, she has no idea, but you know why? Because she falls asleep during every one I ever play.
I fall asleep.
She's never finished a movie in her
I
life.
either fall asleep or I get through it, but don't remember.
Oh man, but he's right though. If you just watch the last 20 minutes of Event Horizon, it
Yeah.
probably won't make that much sense to you.
Yeah, well,
You
now
gotta
she
watch
probably
the
watched
whole
the first
thing.
half hour and then fell asleep.
That's a great movie,
So,
though. Man.
it is a fantastic movie, and
check it
52 in my opinion, a little low on the list, but number 51, man, huge one. Reanimator, brother.
At that
was-
time, the bloodiest film I had ever seen. At that time.
Well, and you know what's awesome? You being a 1985 movie, it's right there in literally the wheelhouse of the era of the go to the video store thing. You know, probably even before the big blockbuster. That was more when the mom and pop era of local video stores. You know, little video villages,
Video
That was
Plus.
so great,
video
wasn't it?
pluses
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you would get movies and like Reanimator. That was one that every young teenage horror fan ended up coming across.
Oh,
you know.
sure, yeah.
And great flick, man. Twisted as fuck, but great flick. And then I don't know if Bride of the Reanimator is on there, but you and I agree that one's a.
That's the bloodiest film I had ever
Awesome.
seen.
Good stuff.
Was The Bride of Reanimator.
Right.
At that time, but yeah, this was mid 80s,
Mid 80s, dead center mid 80s. Yeah, man, right in the time of.
Yep.
You know, disco, Reaganomics, and fucking Kiss trying to do a fucking disco album.
Well, you know, metal changed too a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But then number 50 on the list, man, Misery, brother. There's a great Stephen
Yeah,
King
that's a
movie.
great film, man.
Truly, you know, an
Oh, man.
iconic scene.
Yeah.
You know,
Only because of that
Chills,
scene.
doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but you know, that's a
Or
lot to
scenes.
say. Well, no, I'm gonna beg to differ. Actually, I think Kathy Bates's
She's
performance
over
is
the top.
truly over the top amazing in
She's
that
fantastic.
movie. Yeah,
Great.
I mean, there is that climactic, never forget it scene with the
Right.
sledgehammer. but that's part of it. You
No,
know,
her
it's part
acting
of the
is
overall.
fantastic.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is Ed Harris, right?
Ed Harris,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say Burt Reynolds, but no, I'm joking.
I love Burt Reynolds, man. Sharky's Machine. Don't be fucking with Burt Reynolds.
Fucking the Bandit,
Cannonball Run,
motherfucker.
son, and the Bandit.
You said
yeah,
Sharky's Machine before the Bandit?
You know what? Sharky's Machine, fucking great movie, man.
Wow.
Underappreciated
Dom
movie, in my
DeLuise
opinion.
and all that. Those
Yeah,
old
Cannonball Run and stuff, yeah.
early Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, yeah, good
Back
stuff,
when he was,
man.
you know,
Yeah.
funny as fuck.
Had the perfect porn stash and
Yeah,
Sally
man.
Field sitting on it.
That's good shit, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Forrest
Wow.
Gump's mom sat on Smokey's face. Sweet. There's how you like that for 6 degrees of separation. But what else you got on this list? Anything of note? You got Serpent in the Rainbow.
Oh, The Serpent in the Rainbow. Yeah,
number
that's
46.
a good one. Yeah.
Number 46 on the list.
Wes Craven.
Wes Craven at his best with Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman. Yeah.
Who would later be the president in Independence Day.
Crazy writing. Very cerebral.
Serpent in the Rainbow, 1988.
Very cerebral. Thinker.
Yeah,
that was a thinker.
That was
film.
a thinker.
Yeah.
You know, the whole kind of the weird take on the zombie thing almost to an extent. You know what I mean? Very voodoo. Very voodoo.
Yeah.
What do you do? I voodoo. You do voodoo.
Okay,
good movie.
so
Check it out.
the classic. Let's just go ahead and jump to 44. That's
44
the important
Saw.
one on the page.
original Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, great movie.
It really was.
Again, you know, levels of it did a great job of combining really gutsy, slashy stuff with, you know,
The suspense
a
was over
thinker
the top.
of right. It was a thinker. You know, there was
the ability to make you
puzzles
feel
and-
that uncomfortable.
yeah.
They really pulled it off. But again, I got to go back to my earlier point before in part one when we were talking about why do it again and again and again. It was the constant remakes of the story.
Everything's gonna.
And I get it. I know it's a franchise. You want to, you got to milk it, and I get that and all that. But the original,
The two was good. They did that
Two
well.
was good.
Even
I really like a
three,
lot of them.
I thought they did well.
They
but-
became a bit outlandish with some of the, the deaths.
it's like who can
itself, but-
out.
Yeah.
Dude,
right.
what's
out
the
blood.
word?
Out,
Yeah.
disgust.
I guess. Yeah. I don't
Some
know.
of them
Whatever.
did become
yeah.
somewhat unwatchable, but they made it more than one movie. But the number one is clearly the best one. I mean, the suspense, the taking place in that one room, the fucking ultimately sewing the fucking.
I'm a firm believer that the grossest shit and the scariest shit that you can think of is in your own mind. And when when a movie director has the ability to put you there without actually like the blood and guts of it all,
right?
I enjoy that a lot more. But don't get me wrong, the blood and guts has its point too, man. It's
Right.
like the
They're
Evil
different
Dead. If
things,
you didn't
you
have
know.
the blood and guts in the Evil Dead, it wouldn't have been right.
Well, see,
It would've
that is
been
purposely
right.
used almost for comic effect in the
Yeah,
Evil Dead
exactly.
movies.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so overdone that it's
so
like
awesome.
The
Yeah.
girl
Or like Kill
is
Bill, like the shit in Kill
Yeah.
Bill. Yeah.
Covered.
This shit's awesome, man.
Every
Yeah.
episode
I don't
of
know
the
her
show.
name. Yeah.
Every episode of the show, man, that girl ends up totally covered in blood.
Yep.
Great shit.
Good
man.
shit.
Good stuff.
Well,
but
where
else?
we at next? What we got?
Well, let's go to a song that gets us down to the low 40s on the list. So let's actually, you know what? Let's play an interview. We're gonna play our interview with, and I got to tell you, man.
Oh, is this
these,
the Built to Battle?
Built for battle, man?
Yeah, Mario and Frank were great.
They were awesome, man.
A lot
You
of
know,
fun. Very
I
funny.
talked to them for probably a little over an hour, I think, the other day, and did the interview, and truly, we laughed our fucking balls off the whole time.
I
Had
laughed
a
my
blast,
ass
man.
off editing this shit at home yesterday, dude. It's awesome. You guys are in for a
Awesome.
treat.
Yeah, these guys are really fantastic, man. You know, through and through, they represent what the fuck the whole thing is all about, man. They're awesome dudes. They get it. They play homage. You know, they play tribute to the old school days. They got a real foot in that, you know, which I respect and appreciate.
It's hardcore, man.
It's hardcore.
It's New York
fucking
hardcore.
Get you off your fucking feet and fucking make you want to throw your body at somebody type of shit, man.
And thank
amazing.
goodness that they're still keeping that thing alive, man.
Right.
Because we could talk about hardcore all day on this show, but I'm not going to get into all of it. But when the bottom line of it
Save that for
is,
Sunday.
it's man, yes, I'll save that for the Sunday,
Yeah,
the
don't
Sunday
forget.
show.
Right.
But yeah, man, what they're doing in New York and what they're doing in keeping the scene a positive scene.
Right.
That's the important part about it, man.
Right.
Because you can dig into a lot of stuff that used to be positive in the past. Necessarily, a lot of those dudes ain't so positive no more, man. They're running with weird crews and all.
Well-
but a lot of the bands that have come out recently out of New York are keeping the old school togetherness, unity thing going, and I love that.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
These dudes are keeping the flame burning fucking bright and hot, man.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, go get Killing the Dream. Go to their fucking Facebook page. Show them the love. And you're going to want to get Killing the Dream, man.
And it's Friday what? It's Friday what?
The 13th, baby.
Yeah, son.
And that's the song we're going to listen to right now from motherfucking Built for Battle. An interview with these guys and then a jam. Built for Battle, man. Thank
Turn
you
this
guys for
shit
hanging
up,
out
man.
Friday the 13th.
This song is the shizzles, the bedizzles.
Fuck yeah, man.
Mario and Frank, what's up, guys? How are you guys today?
All right.
Yo, how are you, bud?
First, let's talk about you guys forming the band, man. When did you guys form the band, put the band together?
Frank, I'll let you handle that because Frank's the original member. The new lineup, it used to be me, Dan Paradise, and 3 others. Stuff didn't work out, and we revamped the band, in which we got Mario, which was probably the best decision we ever did. We got Joe, which is definitely another great decision, and Rich to be the singer, in which, you know, I think it made everything 10 times better. So it's me and Dan and them 3, but this band's better for all those decisions, and it's the best right now.
And that's the lineup that put Killing the Dream together.
Right. No. Well, some of the songs are written from the past, and some of the new ones are with these guys. But we do a shout out. I mean, on the CD, it gives the respect to the old singer that did the lyrics and the other guys that were in the band, because we don't try to slight anyone, you know what I mean? So, you know, their names are on it and stuff, and it was all mutual. It wasn't like somebody was, you know, kicked out or something. It was just they weren't interested in doing it, and we wanted to keep moving, and that's how it ended up. And Mario is a beast on, like, internet and doing, I mean, we've never had it so good. You know, it wasn't for Mario, like, all the stuff that he does for this band, it's like a second job.
Right. You got to have
everything he does, and it's well appreciated, and he's pretty much the reason why, you know, it's out there and a lot more people see it and stuff like that.
And I think that's why Frank wants to whip out his peanuts at me so much. You know,
and gratification, man.
It's to show my appreciation, yeah. It's one guinea to another guinea. That's all.
Yeah, that's right, man.
It's guinea love, bro.
Guinea stuff. So, Mario, I understand you know Vinny, huh?
I do. I mean, it's been probably 7-8 years since I've seen him. You know, he used to come up to New York with his band Criminal Element, all those dudes from Suffocation, and so we got to know each other, and we did a couple of videos. One thing led to another. He came up to our studio, recorded a couple, 4-song demo, and that's how we know each other. But I mean, I can't say I call him up every week and say, "Hey, what's up, Vince?" But I mean, he's a great dude. Great dude.
Dude,
I music. I love that.
I went to kindergarten with him, and I don't want to call that motherfucker up every week, man.
But definitely, mad respect for what Vince does, and him keeping it going.
Well, let's talk more about you guys. Fuck Vincent, man. He gets enough time on our show. But dude, in all my research on the band, dude, it sounds to me like what I'm enjoying the album quite a bit, but where I'm really missing out is not seeing you guys live, man. Everybody who's seen you guys live seems to talk very much about the live show, man. Tell me about what you guys bring to the stage.
We pride ourselves on being like a better live band. Like, you see a lot of bands that they have recordings and stuff like that, and you go to see them, and I don't know, it's not the same, but we're actually better live.
Yeah, there's just a tremendous amount of energy that we feed off, from the people that come to our show, which gets us going, then we get them going. It's a beautiful thing in regards to, let's say it's a controlled violence in some regards.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and the fucking bar is high, considering you're fucking bringing a new style of hardcore metal from, like, one of the hardcore holy lands in New York, man. Did you feel the pressure putting it together? Like, man, we got a fucking big bar to stand up here.
Hey, you bring up a good thing. The 518 scene that we got right here is always had.
I think it's one of the best hardcore scenes in the 518.
I remember bands like Sick of It All coming up to the Albany area and just being like blown away by the Albany scene. And for us to be where we're at is just it feels real good. And Frank and I have always talked about Built for Battle as being almost like a hip hop, head bop, music intended to get people moving. We're definitely not going to wow people with our talent, but we're definitely going to get people moving.
Everything that we do is written for, okay, well, this guy smashed his friend in the face. And that's right. That's what our base is to do. And Dan Paradise is a great guitar player for rhythms and downbeats and stuff like that. And then we just put it together, and then
Ray comes in with the drum patterns that just make it where you just feel that music. You're not overwhelmed with a bunch of notes thrown at you. It's, like Frank said, it's just all about getting people to smash somebody's face. That's the goal.
It brings the energy, brother.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that.
We have our CD release party coming this Saturday. We're really excited about that. We're giving out 100 CDs. And we have all our merch and stuff, and we're really excited about everybody getting that out.
Well, if I send a picture of my penis to Mario, can I get a signed copy sent to Maryland at some point?
Definitely.
I mean, I'm willing to do my part. You know what I mean?
We'll even FedEx that shit.
you Cowboy fans are all the same. Your penises, other dudes.
But so I see you guys are pretty busy, man. You guys are playing quite a bit of shows. How is it lining up with supporting Killing the Dream right now? How's that going? What's your plans for that?
It's going pretty good, actually. There's another show coming up in January with Murphy's Law. We're staying balanced in some regards. We're already starting to write for the next album. So with all the dudes in it. So we're staying.
We got 2 or 3 for the next one. We're starting.
Oh yeah, it will top Killing the Dream for sure. We won't stray from the point.
Well,
we keep the formula, and like I said, that's how we write. It's pretty much do you see a pit in that piece? Do you see chaos in it, or we write to where we want to see the crowd move. It's not great. I mean, you could play the best soul in the world, and if everybody's just standing there staring at you, what fun is that?
I could not agree with you more, brother. That's what the fuck it's all about.
You got to keep it simple for white people to dance, man.
Ain't that the fucking truth, brother? Hey, there's a reason most white people chose to bang into each other with our dancing. You know what I mean? But so you guys are chilling on a Sunday, hanging out with the Metal-O-Mania crew, man. I really fucking appreciate that quite a bit, you guys.
Yeah, can I do a shout out?
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm a truck driver for Don's Moving and Storage. Probably the best moving company ever. But I just want to give a shout out to Don's and my boy Matt, Cheese, and Snoop. But I want to make sure they get that because they buy hoodies and they support us. So they have Yelp and everything. That's Don's Moving and Storage in Albany, 981 Broadway.
So if you guys call Don's Movie, they will give you a discount if you show them pictures of their penis. Anyway. Who were some of the bands that got you into it, man? What drew you guys to the hardcore?
Slayer. Fucking Slayer, man. Slayer.
Can't go wrong.
Pantera. We're old school dudes. Megadeth, SOD.
Awesome. All legends.
All the old hardcore bands,
Testament.
It all new ones. Madball,
Oh, Madball kills, man. One of my favorite bands of all time, actually. You guys come from a tradition-heavy area, man. It's good to see that the torch is still burning bright with you guys, man.
Yeah, there's a whole new, rebirth of the scene. There's a tremendous amount of new bands that are out there, carrying the torch. The next generation of hardcore bands. The scene up here is just alive and well. The one that we're playing this Saturday just started putting on shows, and it's a beautiful venue. Great place for shows.
Huge place, nice food.
Yeah.
What's it
Mike
called again?
Valenti, man. You got to do a shout out Mike Valenti. He does do a lot of shows around here, and he has been putting in a lot of work to keep bands going through even bad times and stuff. And Mike Valenti, he's like one of the guys that really do help out the scene. His band, Brick by Brick, is a good notable mention.
Dude, I'll tell you what, the scene needs guys like that, man. You know what I mean? There's got to be those guys that are out there really pushing the envelope and pushing CDs in front of people. So, for us local, even for the death metal in this area, Vincent Matthews, who we talked about earlier, he's really one of those guys, man, where he's very active. He's very out there pushing bands and, trying to get them heard and trying to look out for other bands and shit, That's what's awesome about our scene, brother, is we're all kind of in this together,
Right, that's right. It's a brotherhood. It really is. I mean, we all got a little bit older. We all respect each other. You go to the scene, and it's just like, in some regards, like a big frat party.
Fuck yeah. A violent frat party. We here in the studios of Metal-O-Mania are big fans of you guys, man, for sure.
I love the thing you guys did last Wednesday on the radio. I listened to that like 7 times, dude. That was the greatest shit I ever heard. The furious masturbating thing. The guy said he was driving off cars. To me, that made my day, and that's pretty much like, why we play. I mean, that's pretty much why you do it.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to actually put on Killing the Dream later and go find something to burn the fuck down local around here. So.
Nice. Very awesome.
Fuck yeah. Well, man, I'll tell you what. And going forward, anything we can do to help out, man, I will, if you guys got shows coming up, we'll make sure we get the word out for it, man. If there's anything at all Metal-O-Mania can do to help spread the word, man, we're definitely fucking be glad to do that.
Right. No, we appreciate it. We'll do the same. We'll do some cross promotion.
Awesome,
we
man.
appreciate
I'll tell you what,
doing.
We are now getting viewed in at least 13 countries every week, man, so it's definitely going pretty crazy on the show, so.
I will make sure definitely that Mario sends you the hard copy of CD. All of us will sign it. We'll send it in, and we'll throw in a hoodie. What size hoodie do you get?
Oh, fuck, I'm fat, man. I don't know if you got me covered, but I'm a 4X. I'm a fat fucker.
Can you deal with a 3X?
Yeah, man. I can put a 3X over my dick, so we'll be fine.
All right. Well, we'll do something like that. We'll send you a little package or something with the CD. All of us will sign it.
Hey, wait. I brought up my dick, and then you say little package. What the fuck, dude?
We'll get you a little sweater for it. That'll be great.
Yeah. You got to tell all our listeners how to follow and support the band and the social media bullshit, man, like Facebook and all that stuff.
That's Mario.
We're all over the map, man. We're on Facebook, Reverb Nation, Bandcamp, Twitter, Instagram. You can buy all our music with all the major outlets. iTunes,
CD Baby,
Google Play. Pretty much, you go anywhere, type in "Built for Battle" for any of these sites, and we're there.
Amazon.
Awesome. Oh yeah, I'm an Amazon guy, so.
Yeah, I would say our number one spot is, go to our Facebook page, Built for Battle 518, and then there's links constantly being sent out about where to get our music, where you can check out, where to get our merchandise and all that. What we're up to. Send us messages.
So you hear that, Metal-O-Maniacs? Go on Facebook right now. Go wherever your favorite place is to buy your music and look for Built for Battle, Killing the Dream, and then you can send the Crypt a thank you letter later.
Go to our page, like it, share it, give us a comment, send us a message, all that. And we would appreciate the love, and we'll do something for you, for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, you guys kick fucking ass, man. I really appreciate you spending some time with us.
And don't forget, October 14th, our CD release party.
That's right.
October 14th. Where's that at again?
Chrome.
Waterford, New York. We got Sworn to Vengeance, Eating Gods, Remains of Rage, One Last Scumbag from New Hampshire, Act of War from Massachusetts. It's a killer lineup.
Good time. Yeah, it's going to be a very friendly, violent time. It's going to be awesome.
Hey, man, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and thank you for the fucking album, dude. I'm telling you, it's amazing, brother. Big fan.
You got one coming with, we'll sign it and a shirt. Thank you, brother. This is Mario. This is Frank Capone. We're from Built for Battle. Go out and break some shit. Want to see my penis?
Yeah, man, wow, that's such an awesome fucking track.
Dude, those dudes are fucking awesome, man. Built for battle, dude.
Heavier than a set of elephant tits.
Elephant tits in your living room. What kind of milk you get off elephant tits?
That track hits harder than your alcoholic stepfather.
Oh, shit, son.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, I at least got to unveil my Suspiria shirt for one segment tonight.
Man, I'm not in costume. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we'll wrap ourselves in some shit later, but
that is a great track, great band, great interview. Good job, dude.
Thank you, brother. Those dudes were a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. We'll do more stuff with them. And while we are talking about them, don't forget tomorrow in in New York. I got a flyer. I'll post it for you guys. But tomorrow is their CD release party, man. CD release party for Built for Battle, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, you're going to want to get there, man. Good shit. So if you're anywhere within, 6,000 miles of New York, make your way over there.
Hey, looking at the clock right now, there's a midnight happening
somewhere.
to the west of us.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, so we are
Witching
still
hour time. So we are bringing in midnight with some
Yeah,
folks.
we got a few more. We got a couple more of these Friday 13th midnights.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah,
bring
I don't
them
know
all
how
in.
long we're gonna go.
Yeah,
but
man, we're gonna bring in Saturday the 14th for everybody.
It's gonna be a marathon show
Fuck yeah.
tonight, boy.
Fuck yeah, but it's gonna be a good one and it's been a good one so far, man.
And I am not in any condition to drive.
Yeah, hey, we're having fun in the studio tonight, man.
I'm joking.
That's probably why we're having so many problems. We came in and we're like, hey, it's Friday, man. Let's do an episode and party.
We're not
And,
having any problems.
Right? You're right.
No.
No, not at all.
Not having any issues.
Not at all, not at all. Number 41, man. I got to talk about this one because there's been remakes and the Body Snatcher, man. The original was 1945, directed by Robert Wise, but I tend to favor, and that's a great one, don't get me wrong, but I tend to favor the 70s, the one with Donald Sutherland as a younger dude, and Jeff Goldblum is in that one.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that one. Yeah.
Great version of
Invasion of the
that's
Body
Invasion of the Body
Invasion
Snatchers,
of the
right.
Body
You're right.
Snatchers,
Yeah. But there's like that movie with Nicole Kidman a couple years ago.
Body Snatchers.
They called it something different. It was a Body Snatchers movie, and it was based on the Body Snatcher story, but they called it like
Snatch. Which is a fantastic film, but different film.
I saw Snatch earlier at SpankBang.
I saw Snatch out on Route 1.
Yeah, right?
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, for $2.50 a piece.
Yeah.
$2.50, throw a little Durkin to it.
Sorry. Wrong kind of snatch.
Yeah, well,
but invading that type of snatch is a totally different film.
Totally different show.
Totally
too.
different show.
We'll do a show about Snatch Invasion one night.
Snatch Invasion. Yeah.
Let's write a song called Snatch Invasion.
Rosemary's Snatch Invasion? No, I'm sorry. No, that's another movie. But right below that.
We're not there yet. Yeah,
right below that one.
Number 40. Big one.
Oh, boy.
Big one.
That was a demented film.
The Omen.
The Omen.
Gave us Damien.
That little
hell fuck.
That little.
Yeah, man.
What was the death that got you the most in that film? Because there was like a number
the
really.
The nanny jumping off the fucking, Damien, this is for you.
You know what mine was? The one that fucked me up? Oh, that one.
Yeah,
there was two. Actually, two.
The impalement of the spear off the top of the church.
That one was good.
Awesome.
Remember the pane of glass that fell on that one person?
Yeah, awesome.
That shit went
Great
pancake.
death scenes in that movie. He was an evil little fucker.
Yeah.
And
the decapitation of the thing falling off the truck when the truck stopped real fast and they got the guy and head flew off, just like that.
Awesome.
Padoo.
I like that. You should be a sound guy. Oh, that's right. But great fucking movie, man. And the South Park take on like the Damien character, they've got a little Damien type character that's made 2 or 3 appearances over the years that are pretty fucking funny.
I don't think I've seen that. Huh?
Pretty good
God,
stuff.
what year is South Park on right now? 12?
21
29?
or something like that. It's
59?
I think it's 21.
South Park's been around a long fucking time.
Yeah, they're in the midst of a really funny season right now.
Are the Simpsons over yet, or is that shit still going? Is that done?
No, but Bart is collecting Social Security, I believe. So
because they've all done amazing tributes to some of these horror films we're talking about.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. When I was looking through bits and pieces to put together for the show tonight, man, it's hard not to just do an entire Simpsons, Family Guy type shit.
Wow, totally.
But speaking of what you just said, number 39 on the list, Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. What the fuck was wrong with that kid,
1968, man?
What the fuck was wrong with that kid?
The Devil's Child, son.
Hey, look, man. Rosemary.
They got her fucked by the devil, son.
Yeah, but see, did she?
Yeah.
Rosemary, what were you doing?
She threw some devil snatch.
Devil dong into her mortal snatch.
Mortal snatch took a devil dong. You're right. That's basically
she took a devil dong in the mortal
devil dong, mortal
snatch. and birthed the fucking
devil's baby.
Beelzebub Jr.
Yeah, that's right.
Was it a boy or a girl? Did you ever get the sex of the baby that was in that
You didn't see his dong, but you saw a tail at one point, didn't you?
It did have a tail. That's right. Yeah, that was a twisted fit. That was, I think that movie came out immediately after, or a year or so after Exorcist, when back then they had to have nurses in the theater because people would pass out or run out of the theater freaking the fuck out. Of course, y'all know that
Exorcist did people like that. Yeah.
But, hey, man, cool. Moving on. Hey.
Number 37, dude. Hitchcock fucking movie, man. 1963, The Birds.
Still to this day, this is the one film that my mom says that she cannot watch.
Well, yeah, it's freaky, man.
Cannot watch it.
It's for its time, especially, man. It's quite an accomplished horror movie, man. It's
that shit actually happened to her. That's why she can't. Got
to jump by some birds.
Yeah, she had to fight them off.
Bitch.
Yeah,
right. It'll do it.
No,
you know?
no. The water, like the ocean, like after seeing Jaws and after seeing the birds, those psychologically seeing that. I mean, because could you imagine walking down the street and then a shitload of birds just start?
Yeah, that would be freaky.
I mean,
honestly, we've been on the beach before, like in Ocean City, and I've thrown like, Doritos to a bunch of the seagulls and shit, and Scully fucking freaks the fuck out
they do make a scary sound.
Yeah, they're all around us all of a sudden, and she's like losing her mind.
Well, you ever get attacked by a bunch of bees?
Oh, I have actually.
That's some fucked up shit.
Yep.
That's some Friday the 13th shit
that's
for
not a
you.
good day. Yeah.
Ugh.
A buddy of mine got attacked by bees so bad he had to walk around with one of them EpiPens like for the rest of his life and shit.
Oh, damn.
He
got beat up.
Allergic reaction. Yeah. And here?
No, I got stung in the ear.
In the ear?
You got stung in the ear?
Ah, that's a bitch. That's a bitch. That motherfucker wanted you to hear him coming, son.
That sucks.
Number 35, man.
35.
Yeah.
That's a good
the
one.
1973 version, Robin Hardy's version of The Wicker Man, is a great fucking movie. Now, I am on record as a Nicolas Cage fan, but I will say his version later of The Wicker Man, I think it was called Wicker or whatever, but not good.
Right.
That was not good.
No.
But the original, the 73 version, amazing. That's really, really great one.
Not only do you tune into some killer jams on Metal-O-Mania, but we'll tell you what the fuck a film's about.
Yes, sir.
We'll do some. What are we doing? Critiquing?
Yeah, well, a little rundown of some of the best horror movies
Roger
of all
Ebert
time.
shit.
Yeah, our take on some of the best horror movies of all time for our Friday the 13th episode.
Number 33.
Well,
dude.
hold on. I don't want to skip 34 yet. Because Ginger Snaps was an underrated horror movie.
I did not see that, and I just totally skipped over because I was like, I don't know what the fuck a Ginger Snap is.
Dude, it's an underappreciated. It's a werewolf flick.
Tell me about it.
But it's a low budget, kind of an indie flick. Kind of a the high school girl gets bit by the werewolf, starts to change type of shit, and the chick that plays the older sister in it is really hot, by the way. But good. It's a good movie. It's worth checking out. But yeah, that's all I want to say about that. But yeah, you're going on to a far better one. Number 33.
Was that?
The Ginger Snaps was 2000.
2000. Okay, man.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
It is. It's worth checking out.
I'll check it out.
The Abominable Dr. Fives. Yeah. Yes, sir. Vincent Price.
Holy crap, Vincent Price. And
man.
When they put that,
Robert Foist.
They put that dude in the vice, and he couldn't get out, and they started tightening it, and they started crushing the fucking dude. I was like,
And the scorpion thing where they
that was
awesome
such
stuff.
Oh, it's some evil shit.
And Vincent Price just carried it. He was every scene I've ever seen him in any movie. He is so fucking. He's a presence, man. Yeah.
Okay, Vincent Price only has one other guy that's at his level, and that's probably Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi. Yeah. No Boris Karloff.
Boris Karloff. Okay, 3.
Yeah.
You got me. Yep. Unless I'm sure I'm skipping.
Lon Chaney.
Lon Chaney. Okay, that's cool.
Put him up there.
Oh, wait a minute, Christopher Lee.
Oh, Christopher Lee. Rest his soul. Just recently passed.
Yes,
yeah, man. Some of the best. He might have been the best vampire, best Dracula I've
How
ever
many
seen,
movies was that guy in? Like hundreds.
Oh, yeah. Shit ton.
What
Literally
a legend,
shit ton,
man.
Yeah, great stuff.
He was Count Dooku for fuck's sake.
All legends,
man.
all good stuff.
Yeah. Cool, man. Where are we at now?
But we cannot go. We can't skip to the next page without mentioning 32. Motherfucking 1987.
Hellraiser. Pinhead.
Clive Barker.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Pinhead is the shit in my opinion.
Very twisted, very demented.
Yeah.
Pinhead was a fantastic, evil, just the character. Pinhead was just such a evil presence. Just so pure
man.
Evil.
We'll tear your soul apart. Fucking master shit.
Man,
well,
shit.
And that had the deeper level of the whole kind of, the pleasure meets pain take thing. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to make you experience extreme pleasure and extreme pain, and fucking you'll figure out the universe. And very cool.
His
and the cool little box thing, man.
Looking.
There was a time actually in the early 90s, especially, where I swear every one of my buddies had one of those replicas of the box.
The little thing.
From, Hellraiser sitting on their desk.
Yeah, I don't want none of that shit in my room.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Good shit.
Yeah, good shit. Yeah.
But you know what? We got a special song lined up for you, everybody, for next, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because I hope everybody is aware of the fact that there is brand new Cavalier conspiracy on its way.
That's awesome.
Isn't it?
Inflicted was so good.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude.
That video was so good.
Amazing stuff, man.
Yeah, dude. Let me ask you a quick question before you launch this, though.
Yeah,
what's your favorite Sepultura?
My favorite Sepultura?
Yes, of all of the eras. What's your favorite Sepultura? You guys, too. What's your favorite Sepultura?
I got to go with fucking Arise.
Arise?
Yeah.
All right. A little Chaos AD, maybe?
Yeah,
Arise?
Yeah, Chaos AD is amazing. Yeah.
Cool.
Great stuff, man.
Cool.
Dead Embryonic Cells is
Dead
one of my
Embryonic
favorite songs ever.
Fuck
you
yeah,
know?
dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
I used to jam
Awesome.
that shit going down the. Oh man.
Hey,
good
look,
stuff.
man. As long as Igor and
are doing it, yeah. Worth
fucking
checking out.
Max
Cavalier, yeah.
as long as they keep writing and recording, man. Mark Rizzo on guitar, killer, man. And Tony
Killer.
Campos on bass.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know if that's
Yeah.
if that's still the lineup, but that Inflicted album was so good, man. I can't wait to hear this new track,
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, this is smoking brand new.
Awesome.
Their album Psychosis isn't even released yet, but keep an eye out for that because you're gonna want to get it as soon as it is. Let's check out Insane, brand new Cavalier Conspiracy, motherfucking metal, Friday the 13th style.
Awesome.
Yeah, baby.
Master, destroyer, redeemer, immortal, that will be done. Messiah, deceiver, ritual, killer, evil to heaven, eternal. Extinguish, darkness, decay. Oblivion, ghost of my holy soul. He hinders death of the world. Insane, I am the blade from barrel womb. Is this mankind insane? From barrel womb, is this mankind insane? Shooting your turn to flesh. Your name is called. I the equal. My extinction and my demise. Incinerate, corrupt the minds. Ghost of none, the blackest sun. Nails are piercing your flesh. Heaven and earth converge. Abortion, embryonic death. Insane, I am the blade from barrel womb. Is this mankind insane? From barrel womb, is this mankind insane? Insane, I am the blade from barrel womb. Is this mankind insane? From barrel womb, is this mankind insane?
Yeah, motherfucker. That was good shit, man. Good shit. Cavalier Conspiracy, brand new. Do you feel that? Do you tickle it? Does it tickle? Does
That's
it tickle?
your wife, dude. No, I'm like, sorry.
You're gonna let him do me like that?
She always says
hey,
she
it's
likes
hot up in here.
She likes a good fingering. That's the name of the game tonight. A good fingering, guys.
Oh my god, that track, that solo was cool. The drums, of course, are always awesome. I like that. Cavalier Conspiracy.
Remember that later.
Friday Fingers.
Good shit. Yeah, man. Fucking awesome. Insanity Chaos. No, I'm sorry. That was Insane.
Insane. Yes, sir.
Insane.
Yep. Killer track.
Psychosis.
Can't wait for Psychosis to be released. Full length, brand new Cavalier Conspiracy, man. Don't tell me metal's dead because it is killing the fucking universe right now, brother.
Metal's not dead.
Fuck no. Not even close.
Matter of fact, this is the best metal. We were talking outside about, how metal goes up and down, and, we've been through, 40
plus
decades
years
of that shit.
Yeah. Right
we've had great times, we've had good times, we've had good eras, but this seems to be, especially this 2017 year, dude.
2017's been amazing.
2016 really started off slow.
It did. Well, 2016
not slow, but
2016 had amazing
compared to this year,
old school releases. 2016 was the year of kind of the bunch of the big time legends put out some albums. What I mean? Overkill and Anthrax and Megadeth and Testament, and some of that bled into early 2017. But I think as 2017 has progressed, more and more brand new, hot off the presses, killer fucking shit is just rolling right every week, every fucking week, man. Every week there's great new releases.
I met a lot of metalheads at work this week, like just random people that just struck up a conversation with, and they turned out to be metalheads, and that's a wonderful thing, man. Hey, I met this one dude from New York, man, a cool guy. I hope he's tuning into the show. We were both busy, so we didn't really get a chance to catch up too much, but he gave him a card. He said he was going to tune in and everything. Next day he came back and watched like 5 shows. So he was a big fan of the show already, man. So it was really cool to turn. Shout out to you guys, man. I know I can't remember y'all's names, man. There were so many of y'all, but it's good to see so many. And these guys are in their 20s, and it's good to see that, man. Half our age, and they're still getting into all this new metal, man. And that's a beautiful thing.
It fucking is, man.
Beautiful thing.
A beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful fucking thing.
But we're going to continue our fucking horror movie talk for some Friday the 13th, too, a little bit here.
Yeah.
I got a question about number 30, to be honest with you, because honestly, number 30 is one of my favorite movies ever, and that's Shaun of the Dead. And I think he skipped a page. But
I can't.
Shaun of the Dead, man. Right, but see, it's very comedic. I mean, it is horror. There's zombies, there's blood, there's splattering. There's,
right?
You don't like the movie, or you don't think it's a horror movie? Not a horror movie. It is a questionable. Yes, the guy from Hot Fuzz, Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg,
right.
Yeah.
Paul, great fucking, I love that movie, Paul. But I love Shaun of the Dead. I question whether it makes a pure horror list.
It is entertaining as hell.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's a great movie. Yeah, I've watched it a zillion times and I love it.
But it's on the fence.
Me and Scully, even all the time, I'll be like, hello, and she'll go ahead.
Hello.
There you go.
It's gotta be.
That's her. Shaun of the Dead. Hello. But let's go on to 28, 1974. Black Christmas, great fucking horror movie.
1974.
No idea what that is.
Great for the Christmas season. One of the really good early movies that were seized on. Let's make a good scary Christmas time movie.
Was this Santa Claus murdering people, or was this just something else?
A dude in a Santa suit.
Dude in a Santa suit, killing people.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh?
But which Krampus? I don't think Krampus made this list. Krampus is a great movie. Although that's also more of a comedy horror type of a movie. But anyway. Let's see. Ringu is the 1998 Hideo Nakata Japanese version of what we turned into The Ring.
The Ring,
here,
right. Which fantastic stuff.
Yeah, oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That little girl, fuck that little girl, man.
Coming out of the TV.
Yeah.
Naomi Watts.
I'm going to cut that girl's hair off.
Pretty hot one.
That skinny, scary looking girl.
You think that little crawl is hot, huh?
No, Naomi Watts, the blonde, the mom. But there's been also you can't discount the funny takes off of that, like the nods from the scary movies.
Oh, sure, yeah, that shit was great.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Definitely an impactful movie.
The Hills Have Eyes.
We talked about The Hills Have Eyes a little bit, 1977, Wes Craven. Really controversial, people forget, because the rape scene was pretty intense for 1972. And
I enjoyed it.
I'm
kidding. I'm joking.
Excuse me,
Terrible joke.
I enjoyed the movie.
Edit that shit out.
It's a good movie, and it also gave...
I'm editing my shit out tomorrow.
I don't remember that guy's name, who was also one of the bad guys in Weird
This place
Science.
is not censored.
Yeah, right.
Say what you want.
But that dude was perfect for the one of the mutant guys. They really didn't have to do too much makeup for that guy for him to look like a mutant. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was good.
A big one, local number 24, which honestly, in my opinion, 24 is a little too high for this one.
I have a story about that movie.
It's a Maryland-based movie, which is the Blair Witch Project.
I went out on a date one night with this girl, right? We roll out to the movies, and where are we going to go to see? Blair Witch. So we get to the theater, everything's cool, movie's going fine, we're watching the film. Man, at the end of that, when they went into the little house,
a dude standing in
and they went down into the basement looking for the girl, and they couldn't find the girl, and then all of a sudden you turn around, who the fuck was that standing in the corner?
It was me.
Who was that standing in the corner?
It was me.
Because then all of a sudden you saw the camera go clunk, clunk, plonk, and then it's over.
You a Blair Witch fan?
We rode home.
The cameraman.
No, dude, check it out. We left the theater. Me and this girl, we left the theater, got in my car, drove home, didn't say one word, dropped her off. I didn't even say bye. I said, get the fuck out.
Dude, you're supposed to be
scared,
at a
go
horror
home.
movie on a date talking about how whenever you're afraid, rubbing a penis makes you feel better.
Nope. I was too scared for anything. All I wanted to do was just get to my bed and go home and curl up. Nope. I was petrified.
No.
I was afraid.
Rub a little cock.
Fucking petrified. That shit, Blair Witch scared the fuck out of me. Yeah, dude. That movie put me in a weird spot.
You know what? It's fucked up. Everybody hated Blair Witch 2. I thought that one was creepier, man.
Which one? The
Blair Witch 2.
I don't know if I
I don't even think I saw.
The dude,
I don't
Jeff,
think I saw that.
Whatever the fuck his name, and the guy who was in Burn Notice. Were you a Burn Notice fan? Bruce Campbell, another Bruce Campbell show.
Yeah, definitely.
That dude who was in Burn Notice, can't think of his name right now. Jeff something. But he was in Blair Witch 2, where he was taking people on tours of the Blair Witch thing from the first movie.
And Blair Witch was also. I gotta admit, I'm a sucker for a lot of shit because I'm not that smart. But I found out that was one of the first found footage films. Like the ones where it was just. There was some hype about that. There was some stink about that. Yeah. There was some stink where they're like, oh no, man.
If there's anything you can hate on Blair Witch for, it's probably
man.
that.
No, that shit's true, man. That shit's real.
That shit is real.
Happened.
Well, see, that's how they got people because the buzz came about.
That was a good hype. That was a good hype element.
The hype machine built that movie for real.
It did.
Very low budget.
Yeah.
And they had everybody thinking it was a real story and all that. It was.
And you got to admit, though, in the scene where the fucking dude walks back in there, where it's just like they're looking at the same log again, and they're like, "We were just fucking here," and everyone else, you got to admit, you're sitting there going, "They were just fucking there."
Yeah, that's fuck, dude.
What the hell? What the hell?
Guys are
they're in really bad shape. What are they gonna?
Yeah.
How are they gonna survive this?
Yeah, that was good.
That was a good film, man.
The map scene where they fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was a good film, man.
But I like 2 a lot.
Oh, can we go to 22 or what? No. Sorry, no. 20.
You got to do 23.
23.
Got to do 23.
22 I'm excited about, but 23, yeah.
28 Days Later is a major installment in the zombie movie.
Yeah, total
genre.
zombie fest.
Yes.
Yeah.
It introduced, really big, capitalized on the running zombies too. You know what I mean? Instead of the slow plodding.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are
that
hungry.
Definitely turned them a lot scarier, didn't
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they were hungry.
They were
you
really
can
hungry.
Get away from a fucking slow creeping zombie.
Right.
Well,
Them
people used to
running
joke about that. Yeah, like,
motherfuckers
I can
are-
get away from a zombie. The
Not
problem is
these
there's
zombies.
A zillion of them, you cunt.
These zombies were working out.
Yeah, these zombies were getting it.
Yeah, 5-hour energy zombie drink.
Usain Bolt zombies and shit. And then Zombie Nation jacked it up to another level where they were like climbing over each other to make walls and shit.
Oh,
like that.
Z?
That was crazy.
What was that, Z?
Z Nation? Wasn't
Z
that?
Nation or some shit?
Z Nation, yeah.
Yeah, they had a plan.
They had a plan.
That was fucking.
All right, but let's go to 22. I know you're eager to. Because 22 is literally. I watched this movie at least twice a year my whole life.
I was born?
Sure. Oh, totally agree with you.
The year Scully was born.
You ready? You ready? We're gonna drop it.
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter's The Thing, 1982. 82.
Amazing.
1982.
Amazing.
So many good scenes in that shit, man.
They did a sequel just a few years ago with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I believe her name is, and it's not bad. It's it's not terrible, but
the original.
The original with
that's
Kurt Russell.
Well, hold on. No. That's the second one. The original came out because that was one of my father's favorite movies. That's a black and white.
Oh, you're right.
That's the original is a black and white.
Yes, sir. You are right.
Where they end up executing the thing, and great, but scary
movie.
stuff. But
that was like 1950
or 60 something.
5 or something. Yeah.
They had just discovered electricity.
Right.
No, I'm joking.
No, but that's an old.
No, that's a great film. Yeah.
But yeah, this specific to this list is the 1982 release.
The Kurt Russell joint.
Yeah, Kurt Russell, amazing.
Dude.
Amazing movie.
When he heated up that
dude, the blood
that
scene,
piece of wire and put it in the blood petri dish.
Legendary stuff.
And the blood jumped out and got onto the ceiling and was like,
yeah, and they were like, get us the fuck away from him. And they were all strapped to the dude that was turning.
It was like, get me out of here,
dude.
Get me out of here.
Awesome. Another great South Park, bit has covered that as well, man.
Man, that was such a good fucking movie, dude.
Great movie. And 21, man. I will. Psychological thriller,
yeah,
sure.
Dude.
You know, I'll give it to it. Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs, dude.
The introduction of
Hannibal,
the anti-hero, Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter, fucking A, man.
Because if you don't have high class, you don't deserve to live, right?
Fava beans,
yeah.
Chiantis and shit. Yeah.
You know, he apparently ad-libbed that scene, which is pretty
Oh,
legendary
really? That was
Hollywood
an ad-lib?
stuff. Yeah.
No shit.
The line
well, that's
was
Hopkins,
written,
man. That's Hopkins.
That is.
Yeah, he's the shit.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Can't
He
fuck
is
with Hopkins.
amazing.
He's in Westworld. Can't wait for the next season,
Westworld,
dude.
brother.
Can't wait for the
Fuck
next
yes.
season.
Killer. Awesome.
Ah, good shit.
I got a Westworld boner.
We're all in agreement.
But yeah, Anthony Hopkins, man. If he's in it, I want to see it. Basically.
Yes.
So
yes,
you know, he's one of those guys like that. Morgan Freeman. There's a few guys that if they're in it, you want to see it.
Yep.
You know, for me, John Cusack's a big guy like that.
Oh, Cusack's great.
But Silence of the Lambs, great movie. Fucking Jodie Foster. You know, literally a fucking Hallmark character that she plays. You know, Clarice.
What's the famous line? I am totally drawing a blank on it. It puts the lotion on the skin.
Yeah, it puts the lotion on the skin. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's funny because other than that line, people often overlook that the real bad guy in Silence of the Lambs is not Hannibal Lecter necessarily. It's the Buffalo Bill, right? Yeah. Who is a fucking lunatic.
What are you doing to me, Bongwood?
He does the whole dick tuck thing, dancing around.
Nobody would explain what was going on there. When I was little, I had no idea what the fuck. And obviously, I don't have those parts, so I don't know. I don't.
He's a eunuch.
Know.
Did you think he was dickless?
I had no idea. I was asking. Nobody would tell me. I forget. I mean, what year did the movie come out?
Oh, geez.
1991.
91.
So you were pretty young still, yeah.
And nobody would explain what was
I was
happening.
a dad already, and you were that young. Let's talk about it.
Is that human a mannequin?
Let's change the subject. We'll close this segment out with number 19. What do you think?
I didn't even know what was going on with the dick region.
Where does the poo-poo come from?
Speaking of which, man, if we're talking about where the poo-poo and the lemonade comes from, dude, how many times do I got to tell you to stop pissing in Kurt's fucking head, man?
Well,
that's
every
the computer
break anymore, he pisses in Kurt's head.
Look how much piss is on the table.
Come
I know, dude.
Jesus
Fuck me.
Christ.
Oh, look, it's rolling.
Friday the 13th, Kurt's peeing all over the place.
Number 19, Sigourney Weaver, dude.
Wait a minute, what's her name, dude?
Sigourney Weaver. Isn't that right?
Sigourney,
whatever the fuck. I said it close enough.
That was so cute, Crypt.
Right? Hey, I love her, dude.
I love her too.
This movie, Aliens, of course. Aliens, great movie, 1986. James Cameron.
Come on, the classic scene, man, when the fucking that little motherfucker popped out that dude's stomach, boy.
Awesome. Yeah,
Come
dude.
on.
Awesome.
Come on.
Every fucking viewer in America shit their pants.
Y'all
during that
threw
scene.
up all over yourselves.
Yeah. That fucking. Oh, I can't do it. I'm in
Jesus,
green.
dude, that thing says.
Spaceballs, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God! He not only did
Mel
that,
Brooks.
not only did he jump out the dude's chest, but not only did he jump out the dude's chest, but he ran out the room. He
Dude.
jumped out and said, "I'm gone."
Dude, he ran out the room and started like an 8-film fucking franchise.
Started an 8-film franchise. He said, "I am out. Give me a camera.
Cashing out, bitches."
Decades worth of movies.
Decades,
That
yeah,
movie
man.
was so
Literally,
good,
there was
man.
one just recently, Alien Covenant.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love them
good.
all. I love them all. Yeah. And again, Winona Ryder's in one of them.
Are they horror movies?
Oh, that's right.
They're sci-fi horror movies.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, that's right. Sci-fi. meets
Wait a
horror.
minute, Joe.
Sometimes
Come on.
they're
Shout out to
interlaced.
Bill Paxton. Game over.
It's game over, man. It's all over, man.
Shout out to Bill fucking
good
Paxton.
shit. Love him, dude. Love
Yeah.
him, love him, love him. Weird.
No,
again,
man.
Weird Science when Kelly LeBrock turned him into a big turd. That shit
Oh,
was
that
fucking
shit was
legendary
so
stuff. I love
fucking
that.
great.
Love
dude.
it.
People don't do that in movies no more. Nobody
I know,
turns
man.
anybody into poop anymore in
You
a movie.
gotta turn somebody into poop here and there.
Chet.
Kevin Smith turned
Fucking
somebody
Chet.
into poop in Dogma. Didn't they turn when they're a poop?
Oh,
monster or
Dogma.
something?
No, that was the Gorgoth and shit demon.
Yeah, right. You're right.
I love that movie.
Great fucking
that
movie.
movie's so fucking yeah.
Oh, but let's play a jam, man. Where the
Selma
fuck are we
Hayek.
on this thing, dude? Oh, we got some Worcestershire. Dude, Worcestershire. Have you heard this album?
Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire. WORSIS. Hey, you can put it on steak if you want to.
What did you say?
Worcestershire. It's
What
fucking,
page am I on?
We're
this
playing
is a
music. You're on the
band.
movie list, and where I'm talking about
We're
the music
talking
list.
about music here.
Bongwood will be here in
Worses
just a
has
minute.
a brand new album called "Blinded by the System."
Jesus Christ.
We are going to continue our fucking Witching Hour parade across America
Worses.
right now.
Echoes
I'm
of
taking
Pain.
away your bong. Yeah, let's play Echoes of Pain from Worses while we get our shit back together.
I like this song. These
Let's
guys
fucking keep on doing the Witching Hour.
fucking awesome band.
Killer fucking jam.
Totally trying to save myself here. Worses.
Motherfucking Worses, dude. Echoes of Pain from the Blinded by the System album. Truly, truly spectacular, man. Kick-ass, brand new shit. You know, the brand new metal, like we say all the time, dude, just fucking pumping off of the fucking, what's the assembly line, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yeah,
you know?
it's 2017 has been a killer year for it, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
Forces.
I've got a metal boner, dude.
Just throbbing.
Throbbing.
Just throbbing.
A throbbing metal boner. Dude, I'm going to go right back into the list, man, because the next one on the list is number 18, and it's a personal favorite.
18.
Suspiria from Dario Argento, man.
Okay, I'm unaware of this.
A masterpiece of a horror movie. It uses coloring and videography in a very unique way. I think you'll really appreciate it, man. Actually, It's a very artful, somewhat. Make sure you get the one in English, but very artful fucking horror movie. Amazing,
Gotcha.
Amazing. Really uses the difference in coloring and shit. To really fucking create a very deep feeling to the movie. You know what I mean? It'll get you. Get you.
What's it about?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Fuck you.
I'm not telling you shit.
Wow.
I'm not fucking sticking my dick in your pooper and fucking you out of Suspiria, dude. I wouldn't do that to you.
All right, I ain't gonna watch it now.
Fucking thing to do to a friend. You know
asshole.
What I mean? Yeah. You totally should, man.
Suspiria bullshit.
Suspiria.
Now I'm gonna check it out though, for real.
Great
I'll
stuff.
rent it. I'll see it.
I know number 17 is one of your faves, right?
Yeah. Me?
Right.
Me personally?
Yeah, right. Isn't it?
The scariest, the scene that scarred me for life is in this film.
Oh, really? What
yes.
is this?
Jaws.
1975 Jaws.
And I'll tell you the exact scene. You ready for the story? You ready for the drop here? Because the Bongwood scarred for life. Still to this day, I have trouble watching this motherfucking scene.
All right, I'm listening. Is it when you put that guppy on your penis?
I'm 5 years old when Jaws came out. I'm like 5.
The guppy. All right, good.
Okay, I'm like 6. And I'm up in my room playing with my Legos, chilling, right? Reading books.
Yeah, right.
I come downstairs, and it's late at night. It's like 10:30 at night. And somehow or another, there was Jaws was on television.
Right on.
And my parents were watching it. My dad's watching it. And I remember sneaking around down the stairs. And I got around the corner, and I got behind the thing. And I'm peeking around the thing. And as soon as I peek my head around the thing, I'm watching. Nah, dude, it's the scene when Richard Dreyfuss suits up in scuba gear, and it's nighttime, and they're searching for the shark.
Right.
And
big bad motherfucker.
Scuba dives. He jumps into the water at night, and they find this abandoned boat, like this small boat.
Oh, I know where you're going.
And he gets underneath the boat, and he sees a big bite mark on the boat, right? Yeah. But there's a piece of wood in the way, and I'm like, no, don't fucking move the piece of wood.
And they do.
He moves the piece of wood, and then the face that kind of looks like Kurt here just smashed,
right.
Boom, right there on the camera. I'm 5.
Camera fucking head.
I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
My bowels released. My bladder let go. I fucking ran back up to my room and left a trail of shit and piss back up to my bedroom. No,
Damn, you did number 3.
No, I saw that, dude. I saw that, and that was the first time that I knew what being scared, like really scared, was.
Great movie.
I love that movie, though. It's a fucking awesome movie.
Classic movie.
Yep.
Did you see Jaws, Scully? Do you remember Jaws?
Yeah, it was obviously years later, but I saw.
Yeah, because you're like, what, fucking 12, Skullster?
I don't even think I was born yet in the original.
7 years later.
Yeah.
Jesus,
but the thing that stood out with Jaws to me, I cannot fucking talk tonight. The thing that stood out with Jaws is the influence of sound.
Oh, yeah. John Williams, man.
Right.
That's my favorite, best composer in the fucking world.
Faster and faster
Classic
as it gets scarier and scarier.
He won awards for that, even.
He wins awards for everything because he's the best. John Williams rules.
Yeah.
John Williams is my fucking hero. I love that dude. Yes.
Yeah.
And he's still doing it.
16 is The Descent. Great movie. I like The Descent. That was a great one with the females that went to cave spelunking. Right.
Well, let me put that in my list.
Is that the porn you were watching yesterday?
Oh, that might have been the porn.
You put that on the wrong list.
Damn it, fuck. All them girls were going down in tunnels. I just remember that part.
That conversation could go so anywhere.
Yeah, good stuff.
Oh, the next one's good, though.
Yeah, but
that was a good one.
15 is a goddamn great fucking movie,
classic
man.
fucking movie, dude.
Frailty.
Yeah, Frailty.
Frailty with, again, Bill
Paxton.
Bill Paxton, yeah. Matthew McConaughey.
Uh-huh, yep.
Oh, God damn it.
God, 2001?
Yeah, 2001, brother.
Yeah, it's right
Great
in front
movie.
of me. I'm
Hand
acting
of
like
God
I'm guessing.
Killer. The Hand of God Killer. That's a good one. That's got a nice little
Right
twist
on,
at the end for
Bongwood.
you. You know what I mean?
Here, my fucking flames are coming apart. There we go.
Great fucking flick, man. Frailty is truly a great flick. It's definitely takes you on a little ride, man, and it smacks you in the face a little bit for the ending. So that's always good.
Yes, it does. Yeah, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling.
Evil Dead, number 14, 1981. The original Sam Raimi, fucking Bruce Campbell, Evil fucking Dead.
Do we even really need to? Yeah, I mean,
yeah, we've kind of talked about it all night, but I mean, launched the franchise. Bruce Campbell to me is like, awesome dude, fucking been involved in some great shit.
Let's talk. Hold on. Let's take a minute. Amazing. Let's talk about Evil Dead for a minute.
Yeah, blood.
Because there's so much good shit, dude. Seriously, like one of my favorite scenes.
The Necronomicon.
One of my favorite scenes in that film is when he has to drink. It's like all the little ash. Like little ashes are running around attacking the big ash. I mean, he eats one and then he has to drink the hot water to try to fucking kill the little.
Those are great scenes.
You didn't see that kind of shit in film, man.
Dude,
now you look back
shit.
and you're like, oh, that's goofy. No, that shit was
eat your
so
soul.
out there. Yeah. Such an awesome fucking movie. Man.
Great shit.
Love that shit.
Comedic genius mixed with horror.
And the cinematography was really wild. Where you had like
man.
the real fast moving scenes through
Coming
the woods.
in from the perspective of the fucking demon. I
yeah,
guess,
the
right?
raw. Yeah, all
and
that
the music
shit.
that accompanied it. Great stuff, man. Very well done.
The
Entertaining
demon
as
woman,
fuck.
she popped her head up out of the trap door, and she step on the trap door, and the eyeball flies across the room, and fucking lands her in the mouth. I love that.
Great shit.
I love that shit so
Great
much.
shit.
Yeah,
Great shit.
awesome.
If anybody out there has not seen Evil Dead,
why?
Yeah, I mean, turn us off and go watch it. I
what
can't
the
even
fuck?
blame you for that.
Go watch that shit.
But The Howling, 1981.
That was a good one too.
Yeah, that was a book series. I can't really remember who wrote it, but I read those when I was pretty young. But The Howling, good stuff. And number 11, brother. Number 11.
Well,
1980s.
Classic.
Oh, wait. Yeah, 1974, excuse me.
74 that came out.
Tobe Hooper.
Tobe Hopper. Tobe Hopper.
Tobe Hopper?
Tobe Hopper.
Tobe Hopper. He's a tub hopper.
Tobe Hooper.
He's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He gave us Leatherface is what he did.
And that's based off of a true story.
So I've been told.
Is that
Like the Blair Witch.
is that bullshit?
I think like one guy killed somebody with a chainsaw once, and then
The meat guy from
they
Clark
said,
County.
Based on a true story. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of meat to that.
And
but-
the fucking
Loosely
Volkswagen bus pulls up with a
based
bunch
on
of
a true
70s
story.
chicks.
Yeah,
It
that's
had to have
always
been
good.
real.
That's
Come
always good. The one with Jessica Biel in it was awful, but it did have Jessica Biel in it.
All of those were real.
Yeah, right. It's all real.
It's all real.
Great movies. There's a couple of shitty ones in there, but there's a couple of really good ones in there.
Right. Yeah, they did have a stretch for a while though.
Yeah.
Another one of those where they just did them over and over. and over.
Did them to death, probably. Yeah. Number 10,
Well,
Carrie,
that-
brother.
Should we play? Oh, God.
Yeah,
I don't
wow,
know.
you came right out with that.
Yeah,
right.
That fucking
All right.
movie.
Well, you
is
know what?
So
Let's play.
amazing.
Let's play the break, and we'll come back and talk about.
Okay,
Carrie, 'cause
cool.
there's-
Yeah, because that's
let's-
good.
We got to
shit.
go a level into that one.
Yeah,
because that's great stuff.
that's
and
good.
great book. I mean, great everything. So let's set up the fucking Friday the 13th metal break for you guys, man. We're gonna play some fucking Grave Rat for you guys to start off the
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
break.
This
Yeah,
is
man.
awesome.
Tomes of the Dead from Grave Rat, dude. I'm telling you what, they got an album called Tomes of the Dead. We're going to play song Tomes of the Dead, and you're going to fucking love this awesome shit. And we're going to go from there to our old school jam of the week, man. Old school jam of the week.
Whoa.
King Diamond for our Friday the 13th episode. We're going to play Sleepless Nights because fuck you guys, it's one of my favorites, and I love the demonic part. And we will come out of that to Fistula. Fucking perfect for the fucking Friday the 13th episode. That's a song about corpse fucking. It's called Morgue Attendant. It's from their album Longing for Infection.
Oh, that sounds
and you're gonna
nice.
fucking love it. It's about fucking a corpse.
Oh, a little necro.
Where else are you gonna get that but
little
Metal-O-Mania,
necro.
right? Yeah,
Some
so-
necro.
We'll come back. We'll talk some more horror, and we're gonna play some fucking horror in your ear hole right now as we go into some of these kick-ass jams. Keep hanging out with us at Metal-O-Mania, bitches.
weird kid. I talked to myself a lot, did other weird shit. I'll admit it to you guys. For 2 months, when I was 8 years old, I thought I was possessed by the devil. Thank you for laughing at that. Some audiences just don't react like it's an admission of guilt. They're like, oh, you were the Dark Lord. Okay. I watched The Exorcism and The Omen back to back, left my friend's house, and I was like, I'm probably the devil. If I wasn't, why would all those dogs bark at me every time I walk down the alley? Here's the shitty part. I wasn't even confident about it. Like, how much does that suck? I imagine if you're the devil, you're like, bow down before me. I was walking around like, everyone's gonna hate me. I don't want to rule the world with evil. I was like an emo devil. That's what I was. I was an emo Satan. I was like, I'm a fallen angel.
attend to the grace. You'll give us the house back and keep in mind that we only come here at night. So we make the deal under the starry night, and anyone belongs to the night.
ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Serial killers are pussies, and I'll tell you why. Because I've read about a lot of America's famous serial killers, and most of them pick easy targets, in my eyes. A lot of serial killers pick like prostitutes, which I think are super easy to kill. I'm guessing, just based on nothing. We'll move on. Anyway. Famous guys did that first. Some serial killers did that. Then there's a guy like John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy killed young men and little boys. Fucking terrible, but super easy, I'm guessing. I could just pull up in front of some school and I could get 9 at once. Just be like, hey guys, I got old Nintendo. If even they're like, old Nintendo's gay, I'm like, shut up, just hanging out of a fucking white van, just wearing a bloody apron and a heart on, just fucking just playing whack-a-mole. Get in the van. Some teacher runs over horrified going, can I help you, sir? I'm like, no, I've got this. Horrifying, right? But easy targets. One of my favorites, Ed Gein. And nobody's gonna fucking give Ed Gein a little love. There's some heavy metal people. You know Ed Gein. Slayer wrote about Ed Gein. Anyway, that dude killed his mom. Oh my God, so easy. I could have killed my mom 1,000,000 times. I was just in
that the bodies of murder victims entrusted to the coroner's office for autopsy would be safe and protected.
But there's a former employee who's in jail right now for sexually abusing corpses. And now, years later, the families of the victims want relief.
It's like a zombie.
James Appling is talking about his murdered daughter. But what made him feel that way is what happened to her and at least 2 other women after they were killed.
I do remember going in the freezer, pulling one of the rooms in the back. Okay. I had sex with her.
Kenneth Douglas admitted to sexually assaulting Appling's daughter Charlotte, Angel Hicks, and Karen Range.
I want to get on top of them, pull my pants down.
So I'm out.
Let's examine them lyrics just for a moment, shall we? Don't care how you got here. Suicide is fine with me. Dead girls make me feel good. Gotta like it, right?
You know how much bacteria is on dead people?
I somehow knew you were going to go there.
That's a lot of nasty
fucking them in the butt.
Oh, are you fucking corpses? Corpse fucking.
Dead
That's a
people.
great song. There's no better song on the earth about corpse fucking than that. Fistula.
Sorry.
You know, I did one time attempt to have sex with a dead girl, but she threw me the cold shoulder.
But doom.
We'll give you a dick
dead
joke
both
for that,
times.
babe.
Yeah.
I don't even get a dick
I can
joke?
go on a
Damn.
dick meter.
Yeah, no dick, no tallywhacker. But still, you know, cold baloney. Anyhow.
That track was pretty hardcore.
Oh, yeah, man. Fistula kills, dude. They're badass. And it fits right along with our horror-themed night, I would say.
Yeah, don't fuck shit that's dead, man.
Yeah, don't fuck
Come
that
on.
shit. Don't fuck that shit.
Don't do that.
It's probably not very sanitary.
Your friends aren't going to hang around you.
Yeah, you're not. Well, let's be honest. If you've reached a point in your life where you're corpse fucking, you probably don't have a lot of friends already.
Dude in Jersey stole over 3,000 penises and kept them.
1,000 penises.
Though apparently that wasn't true, but it
Oh,
was.
really?
I don't
Was
know.
it
It was on the internet. So.
Oh yeah, you know you can't believe shit.
FBI.
I fucking Snopes
Are you
everything
spreading
anymore.
fake news?
Probably.
False news. Okay. Number 10, man. Number 10 on our countdown of greatest horror movies.
Oh shit.
Motherfucking. We talked a little bit about it earlier. 1976, directed by Brian De Palma. Carrie, the original Sissy Spacek Carrie movie.
And if you thought
John Travolta, don't forget.
Yeah, that's true. And if you thought that the scary shit was over after all the carnage, and if you haven't seen Carrie,
iconic last scene of a movie.
Whoa!
One of those ending scenes that stays with you for a lifetime. I don't want to shit on it.
You will jump out of your chair.
Yeah, man. Great stuff. Especially for its time.
Brian De Palma did that.
1976, you know, that closing scene.
Really?
You know?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Good stuff. Man.
Yep.
Brian De Palma.
Brilliantly
For the
filmed.
time, then,
Yeah.
Stephen King story. A lot of young people honestly don't know that was a Stephen King story.
That was
you know?
Stephen King. Yeah,
Yeah,
creepy as all hell, man.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Carrie.
Don't mess with Carrie.
Don't mess with her.
She will fuck your world. She got a freaky deaky mama.
Woo! 1976 that film came out, man.
It was kind of the horror version of Mommy Dearest. You know?
Yeah, because her mom was not a pleasant individual.
She was a crazy individual.
Yeah, she had issues as well.
If Carrie was a female, she'd have been Ed Gein.
She was a
you know?
female.
Right. So you know.
What do you think? They look like a 13 little
if she was a
freckled
male,
boy?
if she was a male, she'd have been Ed Gein. Sorry.
With some long red hair.
It's late on a Friday, man. you
Jeez,
know?
motherfucking Christ. She looked
I was
like
sitting over
Alfred E.
here trying to
Newman.
process it, and it was not coming to me.
Put my balls on your chin. You know what the fuck I was saying.
It's Friday the 13th.
If she was a dude, she would have been Ed Gein. That's what I meant
Wow.
to say. Number 9. Number 9 on the list. Number 9 on the list.
Oh, the
made
original.
The day that we're here
Well, yeah,
celebrating
it's
right
the whole
now.
point. Well, wait
Yeah.
a minute. Well,
no, you're right. No, it goes
how
way
far
back.
does that go?
Way
though?
back.
Like 1800s and shit?
It does. It's
Witches
the
and shit, right?
1856. No, it's actually Friday
know
the
the
13th.
actual year?
I believe it's 1856.
Your
if I'm
metal
not
is
mistaken.
full.
It was the killing. It was the Friday. It was the killing of the Knights Templar is what it became. You know, made Friday the 13th
Educated
a so-called.
motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
so smart.
Pope Clement actually.
Goddamn, he even knows.
Pope Clement actually turned on the Knights Templar because the Knights Templar had become so powerful. You know, they were first put into place to protect Christians as they traveled and journeyed.
Right.
really, the Knights Templar were the first banks to ever exist.
Correct. It was for currency.
You could drop off currency here and
Yep.
get a piece of paper and take it to the next stop and get the equal value.
That's true.
And you were protected by the Knights Templar on your journey.
I was there.
Well, once there's a conspiracy theory, which we'll go back to conspiracy theories in an upcoming episode, but there's a conspiracy theory that the Knights Templar actually uncovered such valuable treasure beneath Solomon's temple that they, gained access to the mystical arts and blah, 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 supposedly. Alchemy, right, exactly. And Pope Philippe turned their back on the Knights Templar and accused them of all kinds of things, sodomy and
that's right,
homosexuality.
and that's when they were all slaughtered. Yeah,
and it was Friday the 13th where
That's
the order
right.
was given to
That's
murder the Knights
exactly
Templar
right.
and kill them all dead.
That's right.
And
Thank
that's
you.
what set that whole thing off. Yeah.
Smart son of a
Good stuff,
milk.
right? Good stuff.
Wow, man. The Crypt just dropped so much now. Let's just end the show right on there.
I love you
Fade to
guys.
black right there.
I'm all
There's the
fucking-
show.
I love that shit, man.
That was
You
good
know what I
shit.
mean? Do you know why the fucking middle finger? I know I'm off track a little bit. Do you know why the middle finger is a big fuck you? It's a big symbol of fuck you. Do you know the story behind that? During the War of 1812.
No, I don't know.
During the War of 1812, the English were such great fucking bow and arrow, archers, and when they would be captured, in order to keep them, when they would be released, in order to keep them from using their fingers to create that, they were cutting their fingers off. Their middle fingers were being cut off.
Oh, wow.
So that they could never again shoot bows and arrows at our troops. And after a while, they became to symbolize, like, when their troops would match up, they'd give them the middle finger, like, motherfucker, you didn't get my middle finger. I'm still fucking here to kill and battle and go to war. Good stuff, right?
Damn.
Good stuff. History lessons. You don't get that on every goddamn metal show, do you?
Not expect that.
Wow.
Right.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I'm a fucking goddamn history freak, man.
Cut your finger off.
Yep. And if I cut my finger off, I'd lose a wife. Anyway, number 9, though, is Friday the 13th, man. The original, directed by Sean S. Cunningham, 1980. Kevin Bacon.
Michael
was in the
Myers.
original, yeah. Well, Michael Myers was not the killer in the original. That's right. No. Well, honestly, hold up. You fucked us all up. Michael Myers is Halloween anyway.
Oh, man, but Jason Voorhees, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Jason
Yes,
Voorhees.
I'm a fucking idiot.
That's worse than my she, goddammit.
Yeah, it's my apologies,
that's a
y'all.
horror faux pas. But
it's been a long
But
week.
no, the first one was not Jason Voorhees, remember? That's actually a little known, lost to, a lot of people assume Jason was the killer in all the movies.
That was Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon was in the first one.
Right.
He was one of the people that got killed fucking. Remember? He got the
Right.
thing
The
through his
camp.
throat and shit.
Everybody
Yeah.
got killed.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the whole stigma behind the slasher movies where, the bad teenagers that smoked pot and drank beer and fucked, were getting killed and shit. That was
Yeah,
the whole
actually, I downloaded
But Kevin Bacon was in it. But no, it was Jason Voorhees' mother was the killer in the original.
Right here, okay. Friday the 13th rules. These are the rules of Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
here we
I
go.
did.
I like it.
I did some homework today, and I downloaded a photo.
Perfect.
That was the only thing I did.
Whatever. You kicked ass, man.
Don't go swimming.
Right. Yep.
Don't have sex. Don't go out and have a cigarette.
I'm dead already twice.
Don't drink.
Fucking Jesus.
Don't go out. Don't split up.
Yeah, right.
Don't run from the killer.
Yeah.
If you trip, get up and run.
Yeah, you dumb shits.
And above all, turn on the stupid light before entering any room.
Yeah, damn right, man. What's up with that?
Those are all the classics.
But right, good stuff. Friday the 13th, man, great movie. The slasher era, really one of the keystone to the whole goddamn slasher era genre of horror movies is Jason. Oh, matter of fact, shout out to the Into the Pit horror group who have been doing a lot, especially this October, doing a lot of the horror battles and shit. Horror movie versus horror movie, killer versus killer type of battles in there, man. And Jason Voorhees was the champ. Beat Pinhead and Michael Myers and Leatherface and all those, man.
Why the hockey mask? Ooh.
There is a story behind that, actually.
There is.
Yeah.
Yes. I have to Google it.
What is there? I believe there's 13, not including the Jason versus Freddy, and I guess not including the 2009 remake, but there's 13 movies in that series.
Jason versus Predator.
And Jason's not the killer in 2 of them. He's not the killer in the first movie, and he's not the killer in the third movie. The third movie is like a copycat thing.
Was that the one with the little girl?
Corey Feldman? I always get the Corey
Haim?
Feldman or Haim. One of those, one of those was in that. The one that's still alive was in that Friday the 13th.
Gotcha.
But great movie, set the stage for the slasher era.
Yeah.
As it were.
It sure did.
And we'll do number 8, and then we'll play a song.
Cool.
Number 8, fucking George Romero, brother.
Oh, classic.
George A. Romero, rest in peace. We just recently lost him. And he left behind, a pioneer in the horror genre, no matter how you slice and dice it, man.
Sure, yeah.
A pioneer in the zombie thing as far as, in the movie we're talking about right now, Dawn of the Dead.
Yep.
The
It was
best
like Mad
of all
Max,
of them.
but with zombies.
Yeah, the mall
Kinda.
and the whole thing.
Oh, the mall thing? Yeah.
It made the mall a character in the movie, which I think is, you know what I mean? That it made, at that time in America, the mall was the place. The mall was your,
Oh, fuck yeah.
It was middle class America was the mall. It was a symbol of it. And to put most of the setting in there, I think was very well done. He was one of the pioneers as far as giving us a black hero in a horror movie.
That's true too.
Great George Romero, man, one of the greatest of all time.
Yep.
And Dawn of the Dead, go see them fucking all. I mean, all of them. It's October. There's no excuse to not suspend your. Every day you should be watching a George Romero movie this month, right?
I agree.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, we will break down the top 7 over the next couple of breaks before we get out of here this early Saturday morning. I think we did just reach a. It's the witching hour somewhere. What, in the Mountain Zone, I believe. Right now?
Mountain Zone. Yeah.
Mountain Zone. Shout out witching hour for you guys.
Midnight
man.
for y'all. Yeah.
We'll be hanging out and doing it with the West Coast tonight, baby.
That's right. Boo.
So, next, man. Next up, though, National Suicide, brother.
Oh, yeah.
National Suicide has a brand new... I mean, these guys are legends. If you're a metal fan, you know them already. But they have a brand new fucking album called Massacre Elite. And when it comes to metal, these fucking dudes are elite. National Suicide, fantastic, man. And perfect for the closing on the George Romero song. Let's play I'm Not a Zombie Anymore. National Suicide.
Memory lost, bleeding from me. All the thoughts will be as much
National Suicide kicks so much fucking ass, man. Make me want to smack somebody.
That was thrashy.
Thrashy. I like them a lot, man. They're very thrash. They got well, they are a bit old school, really. They've been around for a minute, but they got that feel. You know what I mean? They feel like the early era of thrash, man. They got a kind of a Bobby Blitz overkill feel to them. I dig it. Dig it very much. And again, brand new album from those guys.
We're on the last page, man.
I know, right? We're gonna have to slow down the. I'm Not a Zombie Anymore from Massacre Elite. Brand new National Suicide. Go and check it out. It's good stuff. Next up on the list, though, we're gonna do 3 of these Oh, you know what? Do you have any honorable mentions that we should get in here that I don't feel like we're on the list? You know, for me, we just showed a picture during that National Suicide song of the Videodrome movie.
Horror film?
Which, do you remember Videodrome?
I do. James Woods,
the fucking famous scene where he sticks the videotape into his guts and shit.
Yeah.
Pulls out the fucking gun out of his guts and shit. You ever seen that, King Dave? Videodrome, man. Goddamn amazing horror movie.
Shit.
Back when James Woods wasn't a lunatic. You know what I mean? Good stuff.
He's an awesome actor.
Oh, awesome. Awesome
great.
actor, man. His role in The General's Daughter, great shit. But anyway, Videodrome, I feel like should be on this list somewhere.
Honorable mentions. Shit. What, I don't know. I mean, that was a pretty good list.
It's a pretty good list, man.
I mean, obviously the classics we're gonna nail down.
Carrie?
I mean, not Carrie, but Christine.
Oh, Christine. Yeah,
right.
the Stephen King. Christine.
And Cujo.
Cujo. The Pet Cemetery short stories.
Pet Cemetery. Yeah, those were good.
Thinner.
Thinner's a good fucking movie.
Fuck, what else?
Drag Me to Hell, I thought was a good one. As Above, So Below was a great horror movie.
I Spit on Your Grave.
Oh, man.
The classic.
Holy shit.
The Insidious movies.
The Insidious movies, yeah.
Those are good flicks.
Oh, wait a minute. I got an old Kiefer Sutherland movie that was really fucking awesome called Dark City.
Dark City, good flick. I know
that
exactly
movie,
what you're talking
it had
about.
like
Really
those,
sci-fi-ish.
Like Nosferatu-looking vampire
those
looking bad guy.
demon-looking fucking guys that controlled time
Great
and
special
shit.
effects in that movie for its time, too. Yeah,
good stuff.
Oh, what about Predator?
Saw was on the list.
What about Predator? Does that qualify?
That
was a monster movie.
It's got to tie over to Alien, too. I mean,
true.
And the Terminator? I mean...
I think we're moving into sci-fi.
That's more sci-fi, yeah. Oh, Silver Bullet. That was some good
man.
shit right
the
there.
other Corey from the opposite I was talking about a minute ago. Gary Busey. Gary Busey flick, man. You know, good stuff. I read that when that was actually based on a Stephen King graphic novel called The Cycle of the Werewolf. Amazing. Silver Bullet was good. What else? There's got to be
What did you guys? Well, here's one. What did you guys think about the fucking evil or Resident Evil movies? Like
I thought they were great. I really
because I love the series, the video game series. Man, I played that shit. I played all of them. But
I like the video game. I'm not much of a video game guy. But
I am. I'm a nerd like a motherfucker.
I played all the Resident Evils because my sons and I really got into them together. So
yeah, it's fun shit, dude. Yeah, the Umbrella Corporation. All that
yeah,
shit.
right.
Yeah.
Raccoon
Doom.
City.
Yeah, Doom was Doom with fucking Duke Nukem. Now he's talking.
Duke Nukem.
Give me some Duke.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more on there and shit, yo. You know.
Oh man,
the horror movie shit is so great. You know, honestly, another Sam Neill who was in Event Horizon. Into the Mouth of Madness is a great horror movie.
Mouth of Madness, that was a good. What about The Cell or like
Yeah, the Cell. What about Cell? Stephen King's Cell.
Wait a minute.
John Cusack recently was
The Serpent in the Rainbow.
We did that one.
Did we did
that
one?
was on the list.
Okay,
what about the room, the hotel where he was
1408.
1408.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
That was pretty freaky.
Yep.
Good fucking movie. Great.
Yeah, we covered a lot of area, man.
Yeah, man.
That's good
Areolas.
shit.
We covered a lot.
Covered
of
a lot of areolas tonight.
Well, let's do 765 right now, and then we'll play a fucking song for everybody.
All right.
You know, that's their treat for listening to us bullshit. Is we'll play a kick-ass song.
The classic.
And we got a Black Dahlia Murder, brand new coming up. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Number 7 is 1960s classic Alfred Hitchcock, Anthony Perkins.
Yep.
Psycho. Yeah, there you go. The iconic, famous scene, the shower scene.
Yep.
Jamie Lee Curtis's mother was the
Mrs. Curtis.
Yeah, Mrs. Curtis.
I knew it.
Yeah, man, great fucking flick. Anthony Perkins, man, played that role so well, and that movie's so creepy. And so, you know, the ending scene where he's sitting in the fucking cell and he's like, "I won't even hurt this fly. They'll see." You know.
Yep.
You thought who? Vince Vaughn? Oh man, I love Vince Vaughn, but yeah, he was not a good. That was not a good Psycho at all. You know, I thought the Bates Motel TV show was pretty good. That kid that played, you know, who's now on another show, but I thought he was pretty creepy little, you know, psycho kid. And Vera Farmiga was his mother in that, and she's pretty hot, I think. But yeah, Psycho, great movie, classic. Fucking, you don't want to end up in this hotel thing. Nobody looked at little motels on the side of the road again after Psycho came out, man.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Those are the Hallmark movies where you can change the way you look at shit.
For real.
Nobody went in
Shut
the water
down a
after
business.
Yeah, right. Nobody went in the water after Jaws. Nobody fucked with anybody's dog after Cujo. You know what I mean? There's just certain ones that.
Well, I'm really excited. I know this isn't really a horror movie, but I'm really, really excited that they are doing a re-release, remastered version of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, dude.
Richard Dreyfuss. He's another guy. Richard Dreyfuss, if he's in it, I want to watch it.
Totally.
I like the sound of his voice. His voiceover work in the Stand By Me movie makes the movie what it is. And
he's amazing.
He's amazing. Love Richard Dreyfuss.
Guy's awesome.
Yeah, also written by Stephen King, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Good stuff.
Good point there. Yeah.
Number 6 on the list is the original Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
1984.
Wes
What a
Craven.
great fucking year.
Yeah,
in our lifetime, 84 is still...
Yeah, ultimate year. Great year.
Great fucking year.
And that was a great fucking movie, man. People forget Johnny Depp was in the original fucking movie.
That's true.
One of the bloody, died in the blood shooting out of the bed scene.
and
really great.
Who was the dark-haired girl?
The blonde getting dragged around in the body bag all over the school and shit.
And
Fucking
the
great
scene
stuff,
in
man.
her bedroom with the blood all over the fucking...
When she was getting thrown all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
dude,
great
she was
shit.
getting all smashed up.
The original, now granted, Nightmare on Elm Street became kind of a running gag of itself with the punchlines, and don't get me wrong, I love it. A lot of the Freddy lines are classic, but the original is a very scary movie. It's a scary movie.
The scene where Freddy's walking down the street and he's got his arms all spread out real long and he's scratching the sides of the fucking thing, and he's like, rah. Yeah, man.
Right. It became kind of, how can you make a creative, crazy death and throw in a punchline with it, but. But the very first one, great stuff.
And again, that was before computer technology. That was all practical effects and
right.
Using
early
suspense
day stuff
in a good way.
And holds out well to this day. You can watch the
sure.
original Nightmare on Elm Street today, and it's a great fucking.
Oh, when the
movie.
mama got pulled through the door.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, you just blew the fucking. Although if you ain't seen a 1984 movie. Well,
if you ain't seen it by then, well, I'll tell you the end of anything.
But maybe our younger viewers. Oh really? Also, they
cool.
should, man. It's an iconic fucking, Freddy's right up there with the Jason Voorhees and the Michael Myers and the Leatherface and the Chucky and the whole thing, Yep. Scream face slasher.
Did we talk
whatever.
about Gremlins?
Does that count as a horror movie?
Not really. I don't know.
Yeah,
One of them
more
ended up in a
comedic.
microwave and blew up.
Phoebe Cates, though. Phoebe
Yeah,
Cates.
Phoebe.
As you know, anytime you bring up a movie, the first thing who's the hot chick in it? But number 5, we'll play number 5. I mean, we'll talk about number 5. We'll play a song. But number 5 to me, awesome horror. Classic horror. There's so many layers to The Shining, 1980, directed by Stanley Kubrick.
Which
Jack Nicholson. Here's Johnny.
The little boy.
The little boy, great.
You look at the sweater the little boy's wearing, and it's got the fucking NASA rocket on it.
Yeah.
You ever seen the Kubrick fucking all the
documentary
sneaky,
about
all
it?
the sneaky shit he put into that movie that was fucking a big fuck you to NASA and all the
A fuck you to NASA, a fuck you to Stephen King.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big dude, what a classic fucking movie, man.
That movie really there's a documentary about all the layers of shit that Kubrick put into this movie.
Watch it.
Famously, Stephen King and Stanley Kubrick were busting heads over the making of The Shining. Stephen King had an entirely different vision than Stanley Kubrick did.
Yep.
And to the point where apparently one day on set, Stanley Kubrick said to him, "Fuck you, this was your movie, now it's my movie." And very famously, in the Stephen King book, they drive up to the motel in a yellow Volkswagen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, late in the movie, The Shining, when oh my god, what's
the accident?
The older black actor, the guy.
I know you're the bald headed dude.
God damn it, he's in a bunch of shit.
He took an axe to the chest.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
him.
Yeah,
I can't believe his name's not
I
coming
can't
to me.
forget his name. Yeah.
But when he is going up to, because remember he gets the vibe that the kid's sending him that something's going on at the hotel.
Yes.
When he goes up there, remember he's stuck in traffic behind a smashed upside down yellow Volkswagen.
That was a big fuck you to him.
That was a big fuck you to Stephen King from Stanley Kubrick. Exactly right, man. Yeah,
Scatman
Crothers, man. There you go, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for that
But
call.
not only that.
He was great. I love him.
Also, all of the fucking fake moon landing, throwback conspiracy theory
Shots
moon
at
landing
all of
shit.
it. Yeah,
that's
man.
all through that film.
There's so many layers to that movie.
The
that
room
you can really
number,
take
the
it apart.
number of the room that the boy was the bay that the rocket stayed at, that they were launching. Yeah, crazy.
Well, there's
shit,
literally film courses in college where they break down Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
Yeah.
Because
Every
it's
shot.
that.
Yeah.
It's that deep. Yeah, right. Stanley Kubrick, 2001, Space
Red
Odyssey,
Rum, fucking Twins,
Red
and
Rum.
Yeah, Jesus.
Amazing
Running
movie.
through the snow.
Shelley Duvall.
Shelley
yeah.
Duvall.
How did we not mention Shelley
Fucking
Duvall?
olive oil was in that motherfucker.
Yeah, olive oil was in that motherfucker. Come here. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you.
Oh, shit.
I'm just going to, smash your fucking head or whatever.
So fucking, God, what a film,
movie,
man.
What a film. What a great fucking movie. And, that's loosely based on, apparently there was a case where a guy got cabin fever, locked up in a hotel during the winter and went a little crazy, killed his family. So, but man, The Shining, that is number 5 on our list.
Oh,
arguably number one on many lists, and you could don't go further on the list. Though we'll play
no, but I just realized that there's a very, very important one that is not on this list.
Oh, what you got?
100. Amityville Horror.
Oh man, wow,
that is not on this 100 list.
How is that possible?
Even though it turns out that some people call, a lot of people know now that that's BS. But dude, when that movie came out,
amazing.
Wow,
that had that Blair Witch stigma of people, believed it was based on a real thing that happened and all that,
Yep.
And that's spawned a franchise. I mean, there's literally a 2017 release of that as well, Amityville: The Awakening, which I actually just watched this week, cool. And it's good. I thought it was a good movie. The chick in it is pretty amazingly hot. So, but yeah, we'll play another chip. We'll come back, and we still have 4 left on our greatest horror movies of all time for our Friday the 13th episode of Metal-O-Mania. Please keep hanging out with us. We know it's late.
Now the sun's coming up only in a few.
Worth it.
We need to play something because I'm falling asleep over
well, let's play something so you get some coffee in your system.
Yeah.
Well, what we got for you next is the Black Dahlia Murder, brand new.
Yeah, right. Welcome to Friday the 14th.
As of yet, unreleased Black Dahlia Murder. Yeah, right. For real. The brand new album will be called Nightbringers. The song we're going to play for you is called Nightbringers. Enjoy. Keep hanging out with us. We got our top 4 horror movies of all time coming up for you. Metal-O-Mania.
In the AM.
The Black Dahlia Murder.
Country Fried Chicken.
Fuck.
Sorry.
We're starting to get hungry.
We were talking about breakfast.
We've been here all night. I know we're like blood guts. Pancakes.
Pancakes with bacon.
Ooh,
Strawberries.
Strawberry bacon.
I can make the connection because right now I'd stab a motherfucker for some bacon. I ain't lying. I really would.
Oh my God, sounds good. I'm hungry.
All right, yeah, I got something for you, babe.
Slather than syrup.
Yeah, we can put syrup on it if you want to. I ain't
Cream chip beef all over your face.
Oh, cream chip beef. That's my shit. Shit on the shingle.
Shit on the shingle.
Yeah, baby.
That's right. Y'all on the West
Shit
Coast,
on
y'all
the
don't know
shingle.
about that.
No, man.
That's an East Coast thing.
Yeah, yes it is.
Yep.
But I got a West Coast thing for you, and it's called number 4 on our list of greatest horror movies of all time. We're going back to George Romero, man. Night of the Living Dead.
Number 4.
1968.
Yep. Oh.
You know, I said Dawn of the Dead earlier, and I might have been crossing it over in my mind a little bit, actually, with Night of the Living Dead, because Night of the Living Dead was the one that really featured on a black hero. That,
Correct, yes.
You know, 1968, man. 1968. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
They're all basically the same film. But yeah, that shit was awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome stuff.
The first
man.
one.
You know, that was really the, set the stage for the, like we said, the entire zombie genre.
Took it all over, yeah.
Man. And George Romero did more than the zombie thing. I mean, he had Martin. He had some good movies, fucking Monkey Shines. He had some collaborations with Stephen King.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yep.
You know, some great stuff. Great stuff.
Good stuff. Nice.
And we kind of talked a little bit about that one, so we'll go to number 3 on the list. 1978, John Carpenter. The original Michael Myers Halloween, number
Jason
3 on the
Voorhees.
list. Number 3 on the list. Jason
I'm
Michael
fucking
Myers.
with you. I know. I'm totally fucking with you. But I mean, the thing about that movie was that the suspense in that movie would make your heart stop.
Right.
There were so many scary scenes, and Jamie Lee Curtis was in. She was.
Yeah, the original. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
And came back and did like 2 or 3 of them, right?
Yeah, she was in 2 or 3 of them.
That's what got her the role.
Yeah,
We'll say that again?
The Scream.
Yeah.
That's what got her.
She was an early Scream queen.
Yep.
Interestingly about Halloween and the original Halloween, as opposed to Friday the 13th, which was very blood,
Very
cut
blood,
your head,
right.
cut your head off, all that.
Stabbings
A
and
lot of the murders on the early Halloweens, especially, were off camera, kind of. It was very left to your imagination.
Yeah, and that's good filmmaking.
It was good filmmaking
Yeah,
at
it
the
kind of
time.
makes it creepy still.
Yeah, John Carpenter was kind of ahead of his time. Yep. Well, John Carpenter, of course, famously said in making movies, no matter if you imagine the scariest, most horrific monster of all time, the second you show it to the audience, you've lost a little of the fear still.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What your mind can do to itself is far beyond what any filmmaker can do.
Your mind can freak your fucking self out way
Right.
worse than anybody. Yes.
Right.
Yes,
So you want to the best horror filmmakers of all time, the John Carpenters, the George Romeros, and all that, are able to do that. They're able to make you
put you
fill in the
there.
gaps
Yeah.
in a way that's horrific.
Yeah,
And heightens the suspense and the horror. And
right.
Great stuff, man. John Carpenter, legendary guy in the horror genre. Great stuff. All right, well, that leaves us
78.
with 2 more, number 1 and number 2 on our list. Number 1 and number 2. We'll talk about those in our last break, and then we'll get the fuck out of here and get some of those pancakes we keep talking about. Yeah, so before we do that, let's play a fucking... These guys are friends of the show, Paralysis, man. We've played some stuff off of their new album, Life Sentence, before. And we're going to play another song for you right now. And it's going to make you think of Kathy Lee Bates because it's called Misery.
Oh, nice.
Let's check it out. Paralysis, Friday the 13th. Closing down to the top of our horror list. Keep hanging out. It's early fucking morning, but with that shit playing, I can keep doing this shit all goddamn weekend. I'm telling you right now, Paralysis, killer.
That was a cool track.
Killer jam, man. Misery from Paralysis off of Life Sentence. Go and get it. Go and like them. Go and find them on Facebook. And tell them that you like scary movies about them and that the Metal-O-Mania crew sent you. Right on.
Right on.
Right on. You know, do you have anybody got any more suggestions on some of the horror movies we may have overlooked? You know, I'm going to say the porn I found in my dad's drawer of my parents when I was younger is pretty high on that list. No, it isn't. That is not based on a true story. My mother would never allow it.
Yes,
Are you kidding?
I do have one.
My mother be
A
good.
matter of fact,
Kill you.
it's a series.
Okay.
Faces of
Death. Ooh, well.
Is that really a horror movie?
Yeah,
it's
because it's some horrible shit.
It's in the horror genre.
It's some
if you
horrible
went
shit.
to the movie that's again back to the VHS era. It was in the horror section.
That
that's for
one
sure.
motherfucker jumped
that
out of
was-
a plane.
Yeah, that was too much
and
for me.
parachuted into an alligator pit.
Yeah.
And he didn't survive.
No, he did not.
No,
they
he didn't
fucking
survive.
tore him apart.
And
like
then there
a
was
piece of
another
chicken.
dude who had a 13-story rope in a 12-story building.
Yep.
Oh, and he was all
Yeah,
halfway
that
in
was
and
awful.
halfway
the train
out.
hitting the guy. Yeah, man.
They moved the
Awful.
train and he just blah, 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 blah.
Awful. The one that stands out to me was the guy that committed suicide in front of his wife while she was yelling for him, "Please don't," and all that shit. Ugh, awful.
Oh man,
you
the
know,
worst.
I didn't carry.
I
for
don't like to
those.
watch that kind of stuff.
The
Yeah,
worst
those were
was
too real, man.
The worst was the monkey.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The
Yeah.
monkey. And they
The-
tapped his
the monkey
brains
bra-
until they killed him, and then they ate his fucking head.
They ate his brain out.
Yuck. Don't do that.
Zombie stuff.
Don't eat monkey head.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Faces
was a
of
snuff
Death were
film.
Real snuff stuff. They
Snuff
were
shit.
real deaths caught on
Oh,
camera.
it was a dude in Africa got ran over by a steamroller.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
right.
really that was great.
fucked up.
That was great.
Yeah, I watched them, but those. See, my whole attraction to the horror films and all that is the escapism. You know what I mean?
The fantasy of it.
The fantasy, right? Those were too real. Those were a little too
Well,
real.
I
for
would
me.
look at it like I'm never going to see this again in my lifetime.
Yeah, but I don't need to. You know. Well, again, you know,
It's an
there's-
experience.
It's funny. The younger me watched them like crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I was young, I watched them.
Let's say you're walking down the street one day and you see some dude and he gets split up into a million pieces. You can go, you know what? I can handle this because I watch Faces of Death.
I don't know.
No, I
don't
know the logic
That's
there.
brutal.
Like King Dave's
That's
looking
some
at me like,
fucked up
nah,
logic right
Bongwood,
there.
that's
Yeah, for
dumb.
real. God, yeah, I wouldn't call it dumb, but I was going to have you tested for some serial killer tendencies or some shit, you know. Fucking personality disorder over here.
Well, you've never killed anybody, Crap?
Not that I'm going to talk about on air. I killed some ass before.
Oh, that
Yeah.
polar bear? That was some
Oh,
good
yeah.
shit. That was some good shit. The zombie polar bear.
Yeah, good stuff.
When's the last time you seen a zombie polar bear? I mean, that's some original shit right there. That's good.
Zombie dragons.
That's amazing.
I have been accused of killing some ass before, but
Oh, still back it down.
yeah. Oh fuck yeah, we are late nighting it tonight. This is gonna be a long episode here.
Hey, who was the actress in the next movie?
The next movie?
Yeah, the next movie we're about to talk about. Or is it-
Well,
is it-
hold on. Before that, you know what? I just remembered a good, another honorable mention, as
Yes.
it were. Early, I want to say it was 1989. There was a movie called After Midnight, which was a short story movie. Fuck all yous.
Did they let it all hang out?
Sigourney Weaver. How you like that?
What's her name?
Ghostbusters.
Squirmy?
Squirmy Weaver.
In the porn movie you're talking about right
yeah,
now?
right. Hey
love
Scully. Hey Scully. What does a pasta noodle and a woman have in common?
They both wiggle when you eat them.
Anyway,
Gerbils. What?
Hold on, we're not to that. After Midnight is what I wanted to mention, man.
let
It's
it
a
all
really
hang out.
cool old movie. It's got like short stories in it, man.
Cool.
And it's Pamela Adlon, I think is her name. The
Anderson?
one that's in the Louis C.K. show with him. She does a lot of stuff with Louis
okay.
C.K.
Gotcha.
She's a real young chick in it and super hot back then. I mean, still cute now, but super hot back then. But anyway, After Midnight should be on the list somewhere. Tales from the Crypt.
God,
how do we do a
not?
whole show?
Jeez, dude.
I'm the
Creep
fucking
show,
Crypt
yeah.
and didn't bring up Tales from the Crypt. Yeah.
Damn.
What the fuck? That's
Damn.
not right.
Slipping.
I loved all
Elvira.
those, man.
We had some Elvira.
Yeah,
on
we
the
had some
thing.
Elvira.
Yeah.
We gave her some love. We gave
Yeah.
the Crypt Keeper some love with some art tonight as well. So, you know, we're actually, I spent a lot of time. I do want to mention that. I spent a lot of time getting the art for the show tonight. I really wanted to, you know, get poster art and shit like that for some of the greatest horror movies that I've ever seen.
Oh,
you
we
know.
appreciate your hard work.
Some of
man.
them. Oh, thank you, brother.
Dude, it's hard work.
Turned out
It's hard
great.
work.
It's been
hard
an awesome
work.
episode.
It's hard work.
Finish your thoughts. Oh, anyway. Let's
We're
do
done.
our last two. Yeah, I thought. Let's do our number 2 and number 1 on our horror list and get the fuck out of here from Pancakes. What do you say?
Sounds good.
So Sigourney Weaver. Squirrely Weaver. Squirmy Weaver. I don't give a fuck what her name is. The original motherfucking 1979 Alien, directed by Ridley Scott. So yeah, I guess we probably got the aliens all fucked up when we did our list because we talked about Alien earlier. And some of the scenes we were talking about were from this movie and not the one that was the part 2, I think, that we talked about.
Trivia. What was her character's first name?
Fuck it. We're talking Alien, huh?
Alien.
What?
Sigourney Weaver. What was her character's first name?
Ridley.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Good. What was the little girl's name? Newt.
Newt.
What a stupid fucking name.
Sounds like a last name.
Ridley?
What, Ridley?
I don't know. They called her Ridley.
I know the little girl called her Ridley.
I call her Squirrely. So
Christ, why didn't you just say name and not
Squirmy?
Classify?
Squirmy Weaver.
I call her Squirmy
I
Weaver.
would never call her Sigourney Weaver again. It's going to be Squirmy Weaver.
Have you seen Avatar with Squirmy Weaver? Yeah.
No.
But yeah, we kind of talked about Alien earlier. That does take some of the bang out of our number 2, but who gives a shit?
Fucking lame.
Now, hold on
you're
now.
telling me we had a 53 on the list and then circle back again and third in at number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we do shit.
But you got to...
Hey, we talk about the Alien franchise is worth bringing up twice.
But who designed the Alien? Was that an H.R. Giger? Did he do... Wait a minute. How did that come about,
H.R. Giger sticker?
Yeah, H.R. Giger.
H.R. Giger sticker. Fuck. You know what's funny about the Alien movies is I remember there was a series of comics that came out when the first ones came out. There was like boxing match movies. There was like literally like a Muhammad Ali boxes with the alien in a boxing match and shit. You know, there was like Superman fights Muhammad Ali. Wow, and Muhammad Ali beat up Superman in the comic book.
Of course.
The Man of Steel.
Of course.
Unbelievable. Hey, I love Muhammad Ali, but come on. The dude is
greatest
from
of all
another planet.
time, dude.
Oh, yeah, GOAT. For sure, the GOAT. I don't know, Tyson. It's for me, it's tough.
You watch them old Tyson clips, dude. When he was young, holy shit.
I love Tyson.
Woo.
Yeah, he was a.
Although,
talk about a fucking horror.
He ruined boxing for me. I can't watch
now
boxing.
she needs somebody to get knocked out in 5 seconds, or it wasn't worth the fuck.
It's fucking lame.
She doesn't enjoy pugilism. She enjoys knockouts.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's better. We'll talk off camera.
Yeah, we'll talk off camera.
Yeah,
we'll battle that one out over
that's
pancakes.
That's a different night.
Yeah, we'll talk about that shit. But the greatest horror movie of all time, it's pretty universal. Almost, 85 out of 100 lists are going to have this as the number 1 horror movie.
And some of the best lore of all horror films.
And it involves the satanic angle of it all. It's got the the demon thing, and of course we're talking about Exorcist, 1973.
And how often did you see crucifixes rammed up children?
Yeah.
What?
Fuck me, Jesus. Fuck me.
Dude,
fuck me, Jesus.
There were scenes in that film. There were scenes in that film that still to this day cause people fucking trauma.
Yeah, man. Big
for
time.
real.
Linda Blair, the head spinning around backwards.
Oh,
the
she
bed
hurt herself.
shaking.
Dude, she cracked a vertebrae during the making of that film when they had a 2x4 tied to her back. And they had her flailing around on the bed really fast and all that. Man, she got hurt doing that shit. Yeah, she had lifelong injury because of that shit.
And then we got addicted to pain pills because of it, right?
Probably. Yeah, welcome to Maryland.
She went on to do like some prison movies and shit, Four Whores in a Cell and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, all them kind of sexploitation horror
All you
movies.
talk about is porn, man.
Yeah, I like porn. We should do a whole episode about porn. But yeah, The Exorcist, man, iconic. Georgetown, D.C.
Yeah.
Right up the street from here. We've been to the stairs, where that was filmed at the end there, where the priest goes down the steps. The ending is a great ending. He pulls the demon out of the girl and fucking goes down the stairs. He kills himself, sacrifices himself, the whole thing. It's
right. Yeah. It's not a feel good.
It's not a feel good movie.
No, it's not Disney.
For Generation Xers, it was terrifying. I mean, it terrified an entire generation.
Yeah, man, there were
people sleeping in their parents' beds.
Dude, they had people staying in the theater just to make sure if you passed out, we could bath salt you or some melon salts or whatever that shit was.
Right? Yeah, for real, man.
Yeah, bath salts is the zombie thing.
When I very first saw it, when I very first saw Exorcist, I slept on my parents' floor for like 2 weeks. I'm not kidding.
That movie didn't scare me because I didn't get it.
It scared the shit out of me. I was an altar boy at the time, so nothing scared me more than
I'm sitting there watching it going, you're talking about devil, Jesus, God, fighting, fuck y'all. This is stupid.
Yeah.
But there were some people like my
shit.
buddy. I watched it with my buddy sitting right next to me, and he was petrified.
Scary.
Fucking petrified.
So do you think you had to be the more religious you were?
The more
obviously,
religious you were, the more
effective.
terrifying The Exorcist was.
Yeah, and
for
at that
sure.
point in my
'Cause
life,
it didn't
I was like,
affect me a lot either. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget the greatest and one of the greatest satires ever made. Spoofs. There you go.
Oh,
Good
absolutely,
spoof.
dude.
Repossessed.
Repossessed.
Leslie Nielsen's.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Their take on The Exorcist.
Well,
man.
hold on now.
Which Linda Blair was also in. which
Shall we
made
go
it
back
more
to the
awesome.
Scream movies where James Woods they recreated the
Oh,
Exorcist?
you mean
Was
the
that
scary
no, it
movies?
was the scary movies.
Yeah,
that
great.
shit in the beginning was funny as hell.
Yeah, when they got the priest singing the fucking
She puked so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Fucking hilarious.
Damn.
Hilarious.
That was a lot of vomit.
Great horror spoofs, man.
And farts and shit, yeah.
That's another great addition to what horror movies brought to us. Is there's great horror spoofs out there.
Totally.
Man. Some of
Good
the scary, but not all the scary movies, but a few of them are great.
Oh, I got another one that's not on this
Repossessed is
list.
great.
A classic. Them.
Oh, Them. Great
Remember
movie.
Them?
Yeah, great movie.
War of the Worlds. Would that be considered?
We talked about it. We had
did
it.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
Them. War of the Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yeah.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's, I mean,
yeah,
it's a classic.
yeah. That might have been on the
Was
list.
that on
I
the
kind
list?
of, yeah, it might have been.
I don't think it was.
I
don't
skipped
know.
over some of the earlier ones. 'cause
They did that
we
shit in
couldn't do
3D.
all 100, but yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah, good stuff.
Well, they're remaking everything.
Yeah, they need a new Creature
little
from the Black
ridiculous.
Lagoon, man. I think that'd be cool.
But hey, I got to give props to The Exorcist. I mean, that's still to this day in 2017. We still got to put it on the top 100 list as number one.
Here it is, literally 44 years, almost 45 years old.
Yep.
And it's
And to think that in 1971, 72, when they were filming that, and the stuff that they filmed and the scenes that they filmed and just the blasphemy of it back then and the way the culture was and society back then in the 70s, early 70s. I mean, that was crossing a lot of red lines for a lot of people, man.
Groundbreaking flick.
Yeah, it really was. So yeah, well deserved number
Broke
one.
down some barriers. Yeah, it really is. In a lot of ways, it's a perfect number one scary movie.
I think so. Yeah.
Very, very, very scary. So very effectively done.
Not as scary as my home movies, but
and you'll never, there's lines in it that you'll always hear, like fucking the power of Christ compels you.
Oh, fuck me, fuck me.
Fuck me, Jesus. Fuck me. Fuck me.
That's the one that
Shoving a cross in her
fucks-
cooch.
sticks in my head all the time. It's like, God damn it, Exorcist.
Yeah, right.
God damn you, movie.
Goddamn movie about goddamn, well, goddamning. Well, on that note, I think
Yeah.
we're going to play our last song for the night for our
Word.
Friday the 13th episode. We want to thank you guys for spending your long, long time with us fucking
Thank
doing
you
the
for
metal.
sticking with us.
Yeah,
man.
it's midnight over in the mountains or in Colorado or somewhere in California or some shit. I
That's
don't
right.
know.
This
Midnight
song
somewhere.
will bring in the witching hour on the West Coast,
Yes,
which
it
is
will.
cool. So,
Yeah.
and it's a great song for it, man. We're gonna close out with "Faceless Burial" tonight. Actually, they got a brand new our album called "Grotesque Miscreation."
Nice.
We're gonna close with "Unrelenting Member" off of it, and we're talking, of course, about my member.
I've got an unrelenting
My
member.
dick
Yeah.
is an unrelenting member.
Faceless burial. I'll bury my faceless in
knows.
your unrelenting member. Nah, we love you guys, man. It's a grotesque miscreation.
Damn right, brother. Ain't we all?
Nah, fucking, we love y'all, man.
Ain't we all? Hey, man, thank you guys for hanging with us for our special edition of Metal-O-Mania. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
Please be sure to like us and be sure to share this episode with your friends, man. If
Yep.
there's some metalheads, they might want to check us out.
Love each
Right?
other and don't hate each other.
Damn right, man.
Yeah.
Horror
Find
movies are
these
for the
bands
anger
and like them.
Yeah, right on.
Subscribe to their YouTube pages.
Yeah. Right
And buy
on.
their albums.
Instant message me and write me checks.
Go to their shows.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Support your band. Support local metal.
Right.
As we always say.
Yes.
All right, let's go do some pancakes.
Yes.
Anybody out for pancakes?
Maple syrup, bitches.
Maple syrup. All
Yeah.
right.
Powdered
Love you
sugar.
guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for our special episode. We really do appreciate it. And keep on doing the metal. Love you guys. See you on Wednesday. We have a regular Wednesday show coming up this week. Lots of stuff in store for it. And I'm too tired to tell you about it right now. So we'll talk about it later. Have a good night.
Still ain't get my ice water.
In hell!
afraid.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Why are you doing this to us? Because you're home. I'm scared to close my eyes. I'm scared to open them. I'm gonna die out here.
Why don't you try that old abandoned house over there? Yeah, the one with the blood on the door?
So she dies, deservedly so.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
The Midian is where the monsters live. And you came to die.
You are all going to die tonight.
I'll kill you all. I'll drive you crazy and I'll kill you all. I'm every nightmare you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
That's all, bitches.
This is the Crypt from Metal-O-Mania. Make sure you catch previously aired episodes on demand at www.radiovps.com. Have a very metal day.
Metal-O-Mania on Radio VPS.
You're listening to the best Radio VPS.